buddy. I'm getting everything set up and making sure everything's in the right spot after were doing arcane cleanup the arcane library yesterday. I moved some things around, but I think everything's in its right and cozy spot. Next time it'll be 6 hours ahead? Oh, for what? Hi, Lucas! So I did say, I think it was you and Heidenheart who responded to the, let me take a look-see. I think you two were the first to respond to the roll call. Would you guys like to go first tonight? Let's see. I don't know if you guys are, or what your schedule is like. Do one of you guys... Heidenheart normally stays on for a couple hours. Lucas, what's your schedule looking like? How long can you stay tonight for stream? You have time right now? Alright, we can do you first. Let me go ahead and pull it up. Where did it go? That's so funny. Alrighty. Responses. Individual. Lucas. Let me go through here. I just gotta find yours. Is there anything about this you want to go ahead and let us know about? Yours says here it's a written web series following a modern fantasy world. So let me go ahead and copy your username before I forget. Let's see. Okay. And that has everything in it. That looks good. And then one. And let's pull up the new guy. Everyone say goodbye to the weave screen. Thank you, Trallian, so much. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for the lurk. Alright, and yeah, you can you be here forever. I'm like, you're normally here, you're the mod. You blah 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 blah. I can't find words. You're here normally for a couple hours, in between like putting little ones to sleep and stuff. So I was like, yeah, we can go use second if Lucas has time now. Finally, you're here in time for a new story. Hi, White Boy, welcome on in. Hi, Zoe. Hi, Eli. It's good to see you guys. Oh my god, I think I started the stream without giving too many of my hellos and highs. Hello, everybody. Let me shrink myself down so you guys can see more of the story. That's the game window. Let's move the story into the center here so you guys can read it a bit more easily. I think I can actually grow now. Hell yeah, look at that. Look at my pretty model. Now your Discord notifications show up? Oh, that's awesome, what? Yeah, I heard... I think Heidenheart was worried about you, Zoe. There was a delay with the Discord notifications? Oh, hi, Aaron. Hi, Chatty Matty. You want to avoid people's comments? You can hide them? You want to avoid them? I think it's nice to have them on the VOD on the screen here. Because that way when I put these YouTube videos up later... oh, on the doc? Are the people's comments on the doc? I don't see anyone's comments on the doc. At least the first couple pages. Oh, you're not feeling well today, Chatty Matty? I'm sorry. I hope... Yeah, it's just like Heidenheart said. I hope you feel better soon. Let me get all comfy and cozy in my chair real quick. Let's see. And hopefully you're relaxing for a little bit. Hopefully you're taking it easy a bit. And you can just close your eyes and listen to me yap for a little while. That's all it's gonna be tonight. Just reading stories and yapping. Oh my goodness. You guys, I said I was finishing my dinner right before stream. I finished my dinner in record time. That was just a couple minutes to eat dinner. I was gobbling down super hot soup. I had a long conversation with the kids I babysit about their phones and the addiction they have to Roblox. Aaron, you're doing the good stuff for the next generation. Chapter 1 has my brother-in-law using his company email. Okay, so wait, so there are comments in the chapter, and it's using a company email. So let me see. You can hide them. How do I hide them, Lucas? How am I hiding stuff? That way stuff doesn't show up later. What am I doing? You gotta give me a little hint of route here. I just want to be in viewing mode. So, oh my god, move stuff around. This is viewing mode rather than suggesting mode. The middle kid you were babysitting was upset because he wanted more time to play. He had already played for 45 minutes. I told him sometimes getting extra time doesn't work out. That's true. It's true. View in toolbar. Oh, come on, mouse. Let me see. Alrighty. View in toolbar and click comments. Is it collapse tabs and outline sidebar? That's all I see. I don't see anything about comments. Maybe because I'm in view mode now. This is stuff you guys need to let me know before. Hide, yeah. I don't have a hide, I just said collapse. That's what I got. I'm gonna trust you here. I'm gonna scroll through here. I don't see anything popping up, so I'm gonna guess that's true. But yeah, I like how I said, oh, I have something that says collapse, and you're like, hide, yes. And I'm like, those are different words. I think they mean the same thing here, but I'm not sure. Oh my goodness. Thank you for childcare and checking out the report you gave me. Oh, nice, nice. Yes, so everyone, I finally was a good adult. I finished the thing I said I was gonna finish. I finally finished my very first editorial report. I can't promise it's the best editorial report ever given, but I learned a lot doing it, and I think that's what matters. Oh my goodness. Oh, they had to get them to do their homework and take a shower? Oh my goodness. Oh, view does hide the comments already? Okay, perfect. One more time off. It's horrible for the mental health wise. It's true. Kids gotta do other things. So how much you charging now? Oh my goodness. Well, first we'll see if I even did a good job. I was even talking with Mama Cryptid while we were on our walk tonight. I'm like, okay, I've done the test. I've done the little freebie test to see how it works out, to figure out what I like to do, to figure out how I work. That was the tester. Do I now pivot? Do I keep doing this now for like a little bit of money and keep working on it and keep working up a resume and getting clients and stuff? Do I try that? Or do I take a break now and start working again on Three Little Witches? Because I wasn't working on Three Little Witches while I was working on Maddie's stuff. I felt too guilty working on my writing while another writer was waiting on me for shit. Hi, Des Head. You're gonna fight the urge to edit as you read it. If you need to make comments and stuff on the side or highlight stuff, that's totally okay. You missed the start of the stream? Nothing's happened yet. I've just been yapping while we get Lucas's stuff up and get it all set up. Let's see. But yeah, Lucas, if you need to write comments on the side, especially now that I can't view them because I'm in just view mode, or if you need to highlight stuff, that's all good. Otherwise, are we all comfy and cozy? Would we like to get started for tonight? Yeah, but anyway, yeah, in the behind the scenes, that's what I'm working. I'm like, oh, do I work on Three Little Witches more? Even if I do work on it, it's not like I have a ton of money to invest in it right now, so should I wait till I have more spare income? Should I work on editing to earn spare income to invest into Three Little Witches? It's all the background stuff of of trying to make things work and budget things. It's just the background noise, but I'm happy to be here and just be hanging out for a little bit. Aaron is not going kitty raccoon mode. Oh, what's up?
Auntie Cryptid.
Yeah?
Auntie Cryptid. Erin's bounty is 690 billion pineapple pizzas.
Wow.
I want to turn her in. It sounds so yummy. Can I, Auntie Cryptid?
Well, I guess as long as it's before your bedtime. You can't stay up past your bedtime to go and turn people in. But also remember, there's consequences to all your actions. So yes, you would get 690 billion pineapple pizzas. Blah. I don't know why you would want that, but you would get that. But maybe other raccoons would be mad at you. Maybe they think you're a traitor. Maybe they'd have bad feelings about you, baby raccoon. So I don't know. There's consequences to be paid. I'm just letting you know. It's your decision, but there will be consequences. Mwah. Okay, bye. Go back up. No, yeah, Mama Cryptid saying you can't be a ne'er-do-well. That's what she says. We've been watching the Gilded Age, and one of the characters that was pursuing Marion, but was not a good person pursuing Marion in season 1. Mama Cryptid's just been like, oh, they're a ne'er-do-well. At the same time that I'm like pointing at the screen going, oh, that motherfucker! That goddamn whore! So one of us would do very well in old-timey 18 to 1900 society, and then one of us, which is me, would not. I would get kicked out of society so fast. Hello, is it Lord Perryman? Oh, that's so cute. Yes, it's a raccoon. The little raccoon on screen is baby raccoon. Yeah, he's an unknown relation to Roots, but that's baby raccoon. Your brain is still mush? I'm still stuck with trying to name a person on one of your characters. Yeah, it will come to you eventually one day. Sometimes as soon as you like stop focusing on it, that's when the idea will hit you. It's so crazy. So great. I finished the prologue to your story. Pepin, that sounds amazing. You should be so happy. That's fantastic. Oh, thank you for the 15 stream streak, Chesthead. That's incredible. You're just a beginner, but you really do feel it's fire? That's awesome! I'm so glad you're feeling so motivated and so excited and just getting right into it and started to work on it. That's fantastic, Pepin! Alrighty, so... Are we all feeling comfy and cozy? Are we ready to start? Poor Lucas is like, yeah, like the stream started. I was right here. Cryptid hasn't... It's just been having my thing up and hasn't been reading yet. Oh my god. He'll beat you. Oh my goodness. Chapter 1. And you did say, I want to just look at this real quick. It's a written web series following a modern fantasy world. Alright, while I read, if there's anything else you'd like to let us know about the story, if there's anything you're looking at to get critique, go ahead and let us know. Everyone's just reading over my shoulder. That sounds so ominous. But yeah, is there anything in particular you're looking for in the critique? Do you want us to focus on characters, on the flow of the sentences, on the pacing, if it seems to grab readers' attention, or if you need to start later? Or are you just looking for any general feedback? Just anything that comes to my blue brain. Go ahead and let us... Oh, sorry, excuse me, hiccup. Go ahead and let us know. It's your only. Perfect. Oh, yeah. Good. The document I sent you. Perfect. Chapter 1. Death arrived in Chameni. I think that's how you say it. Chameni. A point of trade for the surrounding landscape, in search of 3 souls. 3 people whose lives were fated to end. I know I struggle with is keeping track of who is doing what, and then descriptions itself. You want to work on your sentence structure, Lord Pyramid? Yeah. Once you, as a writer, start figuring out, like, what are some things you struggle with, then you can focus on... What do you mean you're late? You're all good. There's not any tardiness here. This isn't school class. It's nothing like that. It's nothing so formal. Hi, T. It's good to see you. But yeah, once you, as a writer, realize stuff that, you struggle with, and then you can spend the time and focus and dedicate to working on that. It's crazy how much improvement you can have when you can focus on something like that. I have the storyline. Person A kills their spouse with the insurance policy and plays the victim for a few months for the fame. They just need names. So a common occurrence in real life. I don't know if it's common. It's not like, you know, you can like look at like go out into the street and the next 3 people you pass by have all done it. Why is the raccoon on the fridge? That's baby raccoon's fridge. It's his fridge. He won it from Raccoon Channel 6 News. Oh my god, we haven't had any Wheel of Fate for Raccoon Channel 6 News since the Civil War. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm back. Has to join the Discord in your links. Yeah. You just gotta join the Discord, and then you can submit your own stories through a Google Doc there. And then you can wait and see, and I'll read your story, and we can give you feedback and critique that will hopefully be less scatterbrained than this. Yes, I have noticed. My ADHD brain has noticed. Finally. So the first paragraph is just one sentence. I like the death arrived, he's looking for these three people. I think that's a really cool concept to start with that catches the interest. I will say it's a bit of a run-on sentence. So I do notice that right away. The very first sentence of chapter 1 is a bit of a run-on. I wonder if we could split it up anyway and it'd be like 2 sentences. What's the Discord? Let's see. There you go. It's right there in chat. The first was a man of high class who had the power and the money to move Shameni as he desired. Known for his callousness and cruelty, he lauded his power over others, possessing what he believed belonged to him. His will was indisputable. No one was brave enough to stand up against him. Wait, what? You forgot about the command? Hey, I do too. Being the son of the ruling power of the city, he was immune to all consequences. People could only watch in fear, for those who stood in his way were soon destroyed, though the angel of death came for him all the same. Same thing, I'm noticing we have one short sentence here, though the angel of death came for him all the same. Though, let's start with though. I think maybe it would be stronger with the angel of death came for him all the same. Everything else, it's a lot of longer sentences, very, very wordy stuff. There's not too much long and short. Having that variation, having that rhythm in the sentence length will make that read a bit more smoothly. Death arrived just outside of an adult entertainment building where a fight had happened. A crowd gathered around the man of high class as he executed a heinous display of power, while his bodyguards forced the crowd to witness. They wore the uniform of enforcers, but stood against the common folks. Death moved through the crowd like a wolf through a herd, taking the shape of a humanoid figure draped in a cloak of darkness that absorbed all light that fell on it. Supernatural Victims Unit. Oh, maybe there? For what, Lucas? Did I miss something? People near death instinctively stepped aside when they noticed the menacing aura that emanate off of them. Oh, I think maybe emanated off of them? I think that one's slightly off, but I'm not entirely sure. Oh, the middle kid's putting off going to bed. Like, dude, I would be in bed right now if I could. That's because we're old now. Now that we're older, we're like, yeah, I want to sleep all day. I want to sleep all night. Let me go take a nap right now. Never mind, highlights don't show up. I was thinking split between landscape and inn. Well, first of all, Pepin, it doesn't matter what Cryptid likes or not, right? It doesn't matter. I hope you guys have the confidence and the self-confidence, sorry, I'm just repeating words now, to be like, Cryptid doesn't like something, but if you believe in it, if you think it's the best thing for your story, then hey, Cryptid's just another random person. She's a random blue person on your screen, but she's just another random person. I can give you guys free advice and free critique, but at the end of the day, even if I don't like something, if you do, then that's what matters most. That's always the more important thing. For the opening. Should I not be in viewer mode? Do you want me out of viewer mode? Was there something I'm missing? Is there comments you want me to read? You forgot who Cryptid was. It's me! It's me! I'm Cryptid! What do you mean? I'm right here on the screen all the time! It's me! I'm literally, I'm a cryptid, and my name is Cryptid. I'm Cryptid, your favorite local cryptid. I'm right here on your screen. Mama Cryptid's still voting for Commander Roots in the background. This is bullshit. Where was I? When Death finally broke through the crowd, one of the enforcers spotted Death stepping out of the crowd. Oh, that's a little bit of repetition. The crowd, and tried to stare them down. But when Death did not stop, he started towards Death. The enforcer was wearing different grabs than his fellows, and wore markings that signified him as the head enforcer of Shamani. So I think that's supposed to maybe garb. It's garb instead of grabs. My favorite local cryptid is Spoon Licker. We imported him from Norway. You come here. You come here onto my chat. You come in here into this cryptid's chat. And you say I'm not your favorite cryptid. How could you? Yeah, another 45 minutes babysitting, Aaron. You got this. You just gotta hold strong. As long as you and the ones you're in charge of do not die, then you did a good job. That's all that matters. And I guess don't get too seriously injured or maimed. Like, as long as you guys aren't dead and haven't lost any important limbs, then it's like a good day. It's a good babysitting gig. It's fine. He attempted to shove Death back into the crowd, but he only managed to push himself backward as Death remained like a wall. I think it's supposed to be remained, not remind. Death lifted one arm out from under the cloak and batted the enforcer away. Period. Who screamed in shock as he was sent stumbling backwards and almost fell over from a flick of Death's wrist. I think that's supposed to be a comma. He licks the spoons cleaner than I eat my cereal. Get gross. Gross. You raccoons aren't doing anything gross like that, right? You guys aren't like licking cryptid spoons clean and then like giving them back to me thinking that they're clean, right? You guys aren't doing that. I would ban hammer on any raccoon that dares do that to me. Oh my goodness. So we're almost done with I'll finish the next paragraph. No longer being hindered by the enforcer, Death continued towards the man who had lost himself in his heinous act. Death witnessed the man standing over a beastkin woman who was broken and bleeding on the street. His sinister cackling was heard over the crowd as he continued to land blow after blow on the woman. A puddle of blood expanded beneath her. He looked up as he finally noticed the commotion happening behind him, and Death standing next to him. Nick spoons, ew, I eat from the garbage like a real gentleman raccoon. That's right. High quality garbage for all my raccoons. You guys deserve the best. That's why Baby Raccoon even has their own fridge in order to have fresh trash and garbage whenever they want. It stays for longer. What was I saying? Alright, so that is the first page. We did a little bit on the first one. I will say it does kind of continue on, like, yeah, there's a lot of wonky sentences. Sometimes there's, like this one here where there's an accidental period instead of a comma, but for most everything else, I think it's a lot of long run-on sentences that could be split up a bit more. You found a battery in the garbage once? It wasn't edible? Not with that attitude, it's not. You just need stronger teeth. You're watching How to Train Your Dragon? Ooh, that's a good one. You needed a movie? That's a really good one. See, that's the first thing. And is that like a huge thing? Nah, that's just like going back and doing those line edits. And what was I saying? The other thing I'm noticing is it feels, I know you're going for maybe a fairy tale-esque vibe, but fairy tales normally have a little bit more of that slightly different dialogue, slightly different pacing. This one feels a little bit more like a modern story, which I know is what you're going between fairy tale and modern. I'm just saying it feels a little bit too telling to explaining instead of showing. It just feels very much like everything's being very overly explained to us every single scene rather than being shown to us through the writing and the words. Sometimes classic fairy tales can pull that off, but they had very, very fairy tale-esque, very, very folktale ways of describing it, and the pacing was a little bit faster. It's not quite the same style. So the pacing and the show versus tell is a little bit off to me. They don't have Peacock, so you can't watch the animated one? Oh my, I haven't watched the live action one. I just remember the animated ones. It's crazy. Shocked by Death's presence, he jumped back before regaining his pride, turning his nose up again. What do you want? If you wish to die as well, let me kill this whore first, the man shouted at Death with arrogance while pointing down at the woman, who had attempted to crawl away while he wasn't looking. Smiling with a devious smirk, he planted his foot deep into the woman's spine, where she let out a breathless scream. Death heard a child within the crowd scream out the moment the man struck the woman again. I hear until I doze off, her phone dies. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us for a bit, white boy. I get ya. Death looked to see a Beast King girl with pure white hair. She appeared to be about 6 years old. She was being held back by an older girl who looked to be 18, with golden blonde hair. She was wearing servant's clothes, which stood out against the others' more sensuous attire? Sensuous for a 6-year-old? What? Let's see. Oh, the live action isn't as good as the original animated. I believe you. Yeah, the pacing's just off. What are you doing, Pop-Up? Get out of here. I don't want to update that now. Please stop! Stop hurting her! The girl in the servant girl's arms continued. Oh, the child in the servant girl's arms continued, as tears streamed down the child's face. The Beast King girl's hands had turned red, if that's slightly wrong, as she desperately tried to claw her way out of the servant girl's grasp, while the cracked and broken sidewalk scratched at her knees. Yet no matter what pain coursed through her, her mind was only fixed on her mother. Her cries echoed throughout the crowd, though the only ones who seemed to care were the girl holding her and her mother, who reached out to her. Cryptid, I discovered something insane that I unconsciously did. Went to the IMDb page of In the Name of the King. And apparently there's a character named Alora. I haven't seen that movie in over a decade. Just because you use a similar name to something you watched years and years and years ago, that's not too crazy. The man's silk-laced heel came down with full force on the mother's outstretched hand, pinning it to the ground with a heavy thud. The agonizing sound of bone crunching against the dirty streets of the slum as those nearby winced. That one's wrong. She screamed out. Wait, what? The heel of the silk-laced shoe. Yeah, I got that part. It was just afraid. I'm talking about the next sentence now. Because it's one sentence. The agonizing sound of bone crunching against the dirty streets of the slum as those nearby winced. So I'm like, oh, that's not properly organized. That's a mismatched sentence. She screamed out as the pain shot through her, struggling to pull her hand away. She gasped as she started to lose all feeling in her fingers. The pain of her daughter's cry and her wounds growing by the moment, she started to lose all semblance of where she was. So this is also doing, now that we've read a little bit further into page 2, it's doing a little bit of head hopping. We were following like a more like omniscient narrator talking about death. And then, I think we were at, like, over the shoulder. Third point of view over Death's shoulder. Not quite in Death's head, but we were over Death's shoulder watching everything from Death's perspective, over their shoulder. But then suddenly we're inside one of the girls' minds, talking about how much pain she's going through. And then now we're in the mom's mind, talking about how she was starting to lose all semblance of where she was. So it is doing some flip-flopping with the point of view. So I would just double check that. Meep meep.
Meep. Meep.
That's cute. Yeah, yeah. Baby raccoon says meep meep now. Don't worry, I'll get to her as well, he said, glancing back at Death, who had not stopped staring at the little girl, who was now gazing towards Death themselves. Death could already see in her eyes a desperation that didn't sit well on a child. There was a pause in the air as she finally found the eyes of the specter within the cloak of darkness. They locked eyes. That one's off. She slowly opened her mouth. Her words came out hoarse from constant screaming and begging, but Death didn't need to hear her above the crowd. Save my mother, please. The man had enough of Death standing next to him and turned to give him a piece of his mind. Are you special in the head, you fool? For the last bloody damn time, I told you. Crack. Without looking back at him, Death hit him with the back of their hand. So if it's bloody, it sounds like England is inspired, England adjacent. Like the British. It's the British if they say bloody. So do they say bloody and damn back to back, or isn't it for the last damn time or for the last bloody time? For the bloody last time. Something like that. That seems a little off. But also, I'm not British. So I could also be talking out of my ass. Full disclosure. This one's a comment, but it's not a I wouldn't take my word for it. I'd ask somebody who knows more. You are too? You're not British? Or you are British? You're one of the British. Hi, Callie. It's good to see you. Alrighty. Not a British. Okay. So yeah. For the last damn time, I told you. I think that'll be fine. It's Tuesday, ain't it? I'm gonna get canceled now. The entire... Secretly, most of my raccoons were British without telling me, and now they're all gonna cancel me. Oh, no. But yeah, otherwise, that is the first 2 pages. You're calling 999 right now. Do it. What can they do to me? I'm a Central Florida cryptid. What are they gonna do to me? Hey, cryptid, can you do a Louisiana accent? Oh God, I don't know. What's a set? How do they speak in Louisiana? I don't know what words they do. How do they say it? Cryptid knows very, very few accents, and even less that she can actually try a somewhat decent accent at. You might have to put part 2 this chapter? Oh, okay. Standard Cajun or Creole? Cajun? Okay. That there gator in the bayou. No. That's not it at all. This is terrible. So instead of that, it's supposed to be like a DAT, like a DAT. DAT? I don't know if that's Louisiana. I know some places do that. I don't know if that's Louisiana. Long's one, I feel bad if you just read mine. I'm not just gonna read yours tonight. It's all good. But yeah, and normally I only read like 2 to 3 pages for people at a time. Just depending on how dense their pages are. Some people's pages have physically less words on it, and so then sometimes they get a few more pages read. And then they just resubmit, and then I just keep going on. It's all good. That's the first 2. How long is this? Oh, okay, yeah, this is a chunky chapter. This is all chapter 1. So then, yeah, this might be a couple of submissions for me to get through it. Use double space and a big font so it's easy to read. Yeah, yours, who else had it? Aria's? I don't know if the font or spacing is, but literally their page, like on the screen, is smaller too, and then there's less words on it, so I can read a couple pages of Aria's. There'll be a lot of accents in the side story, Cryptid. Ooh. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, caveman, so it's easy to read. Character A, character B, kiss, uwu. Good story, the end. There you go, that's a masterpiece. Masterpiece. I'm the greatest writer of all time. Sun go down, zombie come out. Bite wife, I said. Great, perfect, wonderful. Give out a prize. Give you an award. You just wrote half of Shakespeare. There is a super southern accent in mine. Oh my goodness. Oh, hi, Ghost. You're a roast. 2. Only processed a little halfway through the air. Yeah, and see, this one's another point of view. Now we're in the bad guy's mind for this paragraph. So yeah, I'm safe for this part. It's watching the switching point of view. It's double checking the sentences, and a really nice, quick, easy way to double check it if you're like, wait, how do I tell if I have sentence variation stuff? Is to physically highlight each and every single one. Like I said, this opening one can probably be a bit shorter, to make it more impactful, to make it stronger. And then you can actually see how long each one is compared to the rest. So see, these two are roughly the same. The third's a little shorter, but not too long. Third and fourth are the same length. And fifth are the same length. And then even this one, I said the angel of death came for him all the same. You can get rid of the though. So like just double check your words, check to see what's not necessarily needed, that's just adding the unnecessary fluff words, and then change your sentence length structure. And that variation will make it read a little bit better. I made her read German. Did I actually read the German parts out loud? I don't remember. Maybe I skipped it. Maybe I just said German words. Oh my goodness. So yeah, that's the what did I say? I said the sentence structure, I said the point of view, and yeah, I think those are the two main things. Not last time I did it, yeah, Z. How do you do the white header in Discord? Oh, so that's to Zoe. Got it. I was like, I don't know. I don't think I know how to do anything in Discord. Because I don't have anyone who knows what to do. It feels a lot to me to help with the simple things. Yep. Sometimes when we're just all starting out, we don't have that full network yet. It's just a lot of the self-editing cycles until we can... until we get more people to help us out. But yeah, definitely you can see. So yeah, one of the tips here, when I'm like, why do the sentences fill off? I'll then go through and I'll actually highlight in the document each one and see if they look samesies or if they look too long. And that's a really good little tip. This is making me try writing. I have a creative mind and used to read fanfics in middle and high school. Now you want to try writing your own fanfics? That's so exciting! Fanfics are such a huge part of fandom communities. I'm always such a huge supporter of them. You're self-taught on a lot of this? Yeah, I think a lot of people are self-taught. It's very, very hard to avoid writing anything creative or fun for like your entire life until you like go and like are in college and you're like, oh yeah, having written nothing now, I'm gonna take it seriously and get a degree in writing, and then you only do writing there and you have to get like a certificate before you actually start your writing career. No, it's all good here. It's no judgments. You know, so many of us, right, we start out self-learning, we're self-taught, and that just means that we have to be keep learning, keep getting taught new things. So hopefully my little tip here with the highlighting the sentences is a nice little thing. I had to teach myself that. I didn't know that until I fucking discovered it in my brain. Probably other people already knew that for years, and I was just late to the party. You spent 5 to 6 years trying to improve your craft, hide and heart? Yeah. So yeah, this is the last place in the world that you have to feel worried about, like, oh god. During a critique circle, I got a critique. This means I'm horrible and bad and I'm not good enough. No, no, no. Every single person here, we're all learning, including me. Just because I give you a critique does not mean I'm the bestest, most perfect writer, storyteller in existence. Literally, you guys might find critique and fault in my stuff. I've been to critique circles. I've had my stuff critiqued. That's how I got a little bit better. That's all. And just work on writing with? That sounds very fun. Well, you've now found your group. It's true. And then there's also sometimes a lot of fun little meetups and stuff at some like writing cafes or at libraries. They sometimes have in-person writing groups. So if you're ever looking for like more in-person stuff rather than just here in internet land, sometimes libraries and other stuff have in real life like in-person writing groups that a lot of people say are really fun. But for now, I'll end the critique there, because again, for most of my new people, I try to do just 1 or 2 critiques in the beginning. And then if you'd like me to keep reading, feel free to go ahead and resubmit your work. And, you got none of that near me? Writing is not a pastime here. Oh, got it. It's so nice to meet you to them. Yeah, right. So good to meet all these other raccoons here. They're fantastic. They're wonderful raccoons. All my chatters are wonderful raccoons. But yeah, if you want us to keep reading it, feel free to go ahead and resubmit your work. That's totally fine. And we'll keep going through in some longer and longer chunks through the chapter. If you'd like this amount of critique each time, just let me know. Be like, oh yeah, hey critique, give me 1 or 2 critiques this time. Yeah, I'm just looking for 1 or 2 things next time. And we'll keep with that. Sometimes people resubmit, and then as they keep resubmitting, they actually want more critique. They want everything I can point out. And then over time, if it seems like they take it okay, I'll be like, yeah, sure. And I'll give more and more critique. That's all. Right, yeah, thank goodness for the internet then, if you don't have anything in person near you. Where am I on the list? You can literally look at the list on Discord, Callie. That's why I started writing out the list onto the thingamajig so people could see. People kept asking every single stream. Oh my goodness. So let me go ahead and delete this one. And then I'll pull up the Discord. Story submissions. This was... Oh, I gotta edit. Hold on. Let's see. Enter? Hopefully that works. I think that worked. Callie, you are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what it looks like to me if I'm counting right. It looks wonky on my screen. Because you're too good at your razor scooter? Is that one of the like electric scooters? Is that what it is? So many, there's nature trails nearby, and they put up signs recently because so many people were using like electric bikes and electric scooters, and they're really, really loud and kind of fast and annoying. So they had to put up signs being like, yeah, no motorized or electric vehicles down this path, like stop it, this is a little nature trail. And like all these fucking kids keep ignoring that and still ride their electric motorized things down the trail, and I'm like, well, this is so unpleasant, what are you doing? I guess in the side story, it's all good, Zoe, don't worry about it. We'll give you some time, we still got some stuff to go through. MS Word works on the phone? I have no idea. This is the shit you pump by foot. Got it. For me, whenever I was typing on my phone, sometimes it's this lame. I sometimes just did a Google Doc, or I would like email it to myself. I don't know if that's like lame and wonky. Most people might not like that. Oh, they probably have an app for it? Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna cough real quick. Okay, I'm back. So glad I muted the mic for that. Alright, that was a horrible cough. Let's see. So then the second person I said we would do today was Heidenheart. Let me find where you are. Okay, wait, I found it. Is it Heidenheart? Is it Revenant Seraphim Chapter 5? And then we're back at Sam's point of view? Is that what it is? We'll try and fix what I can. All good. And for fixing stuff, you can either choose when we read yours again, like, hey, I fixed some stuff, I did another round of editing. Can you reread the beginning and see if it got improved or what things I can do next? Or I can just ignore it and we can just pick up from where we left off. It's either or. Both those options are fine. Oh, hey, thank you for the follow. And hey, I hope you like hanging out with the Cryptid Cult. Yeah, did you? Oh, fuck, I forgot. Oh, shit. Yeah, so Hide and Heart said that their thing had a little spicy thing. Not spicy. It's a kiss scene, but it's like a really like descriptive kiss scene. And they were like, you should read it first to make sure it's all on the up and up. And okay for stream. Hold on, can I look at it really fast here? Let me see. I'll DM it to you real quick. Okay. Where's my phone? Where is my phone? Hi, Decaffeinated. Welcome on in. That's right. The kiss scene is just the werewolf had a huge dong. That's the kiss scene. Oh, no. Alright. They're dealing to me. I need to grab my phone real quick. So I'm going to move the model down. She's totally not going to stare into your soul. Don't you worry. Your souls are fine. I already had them anyway, so don't worry about it. She can't steal them again. I already have them. And I'll be right back with my phone to check my DMs. Hold on. I'm coming back. Are you guys still alive? Did the model kill you? Let's see. Whose laugh can do what? Make anyone's day. Whose laugh can do that? Not my laugh. My laugh's annoying as fuck. Oh, I gotta take off my glasses. It's gonna make the model's eyes freak out. Hello. I'm back. Did you... They kiss. Alrighty. Hello. Yeah, you guys know each other? That's great. Oh, thank you for saying welcome back, Dusthead. Thank you. Let me take a sippy. Alright, I'm reading it real quick. Hold on. Speed reading real quick. Hold on, checking. I'm halfway through. Okay, no, I think it's good. There's not anything too sexy, too adult there. It's fine. Hold on, let me... Okay. Back. No, that seems fine. I was like, are they like kissing and it's like gonna be like super detailed about how horny she gets? I'm like, okay, let's double check here. But no, it seems good. Hi, Maxo, it's good to see you. Yes, fist pump. You totally didn't miss the stream today. Hey, it's all good. It's whenever you guys can make it. It's never like mandatory attendance stuff. Yeah, dance party, dancing Mothman. Alrighty, so let me go over here, get it set up, and I gotta switch over the names too. So this is the lovely and amazing, wonderful Raccoon Guard Heidenheart. 1, 2, 3. And I go over here, and it's under Raymond, and it's here, and in there. Is it all there? Yeah, that looks like it's showing up on screen okay. We start some lo-fi beats. I have hands and a face, though I am not of human stock. I mark the hours of each day. I am a ticking clock. Yep, everyone's right. It's a ticking clock. You with the redacted bars? That's right. This isn't a government document. Nothing redacted. No, it's hat. I mark the hours of each day. That hat doesn't do that. And they don't go ticking. What are you talking about, Callie? So we just finished Elias's point of view. So now this next chapter, we're going back to the main character's point of view. Yeah, you see what I mean? Like, sometimes people just edit in such a way that there's physically less words on the page. So let's see, this is 9 pages. I can go for... The last one I read that was a little bit more dense. That was 2 pages. I'll see if I can get to 3 pages. Hopefully that's good. We'll see if there's a good stopping point there. Sam and the other prisoners watched as Elias flew through the air and landed near the fire. Oh, then I won't get to the kiss, but that's okay. That just means I'll get to the kiss another stream. That's all it means. I like that we're picking up immediately. So the last chapter, which was Elias's point of view, was talking about him getting into this fucking fight. So I like that it's kind of picking up now with Sam, like, watching him in the fucking fight. For Callie, so it was just, I asked for like a roll call earlier, and Lucas and Heidenheart had both just responded to the roll call. So I was like, yeah, sure, when stream started, I was just going through them really quick. If you're up later, yeah, I don't mind doing you next, that's fine. And after this one, you can be next. I don't mind that. I know you've been waiting for a while. Sam and the other prisoners watched as Elias flew through the air and landed near the fire. Jason, the cook, chuckled as he filled her bucket with hot stew. He shoved a ladle at her. The rest of the group laughed and resumed their drinking and eating when Elias stood up. This one, it's a really nitpicky one. It's really nitpicky. I'm wondering, should it be Elias stood up and the rest of the group laughed and resumed their drinking and eating? And that, I can't say why that sounds more natural to me. It just does. So maybe that's just a ladle. Did I say ladle weird? It's ladle. Is it not pronounced ladle? Because the resume after he stands up. Yeah. Am I saying that one weird? Wait a second. Hold on. No, I thought I spelled it wrong. I think that's right. Hold on, I can look it up. Let's check here. Ladle? Yeah, like that. Okay. So it is late. I was making sure, one, my pronunciation, and then we're checking the spelling. And yeah, that's spelled correctly. You don't got nothing to worry about. A spoon is a little ladle. A lot of spoons is a lot of little ladles. Thank you so much for that clarification, Perryman. Oh my goodness. Oh, White Boy also says, or stop paragraphs at eating and analyze standing up in the second paragraph. Yeah, multiple different ways to handle it. Fuck with this, my fingers. What are you doing? As he started, my kids started calling me for little things. Oh, that's so sweet. I get you. If you get too busy with something, then again, there's always the VOD later. You can always fast forward through a VOD and find exactly what section you missed and re-listen to it. I was typing on my phone. Hi, Zatara. It's good to see you. Let's see. Her stomach turned, still not believing he was a revenant. He looked broken, his jaw hanging unnaturally until he raised his hand to hold it in place. Blood streaked down his neck in a strange marbled pattern. She'd spent all day nursing him, watching him shake, vomit, and hold on to her like she was the only thing keeping him alive. Same thing, but this is paragraph-wise. I think all this description of how broken he looks, how beat up, how sick, then it should be Her stomach turned, still not believing he was a revenant. I think that should be towards the end here. Like, we get this whole description of how fucked up he is. And then, oh, he doesn't look like a revenant. She can't believe he's one. And is that a very nitpicky thing? Is that maybe even just a matter of taste? I would say yeah. So if your taste is different than cryptids, I'm being straight up with you. It's a matter of taste. This isn't like oh, this is a wrong thing and I can explain why. It's just a matter of taste. Gabe and him were fighting though. Could Sam use this as a distraction? Hi Zoe, welcome back. I think you said you're having internet problems, right? Are the internet problems fixed? Are you all good? No, Sam shook her head. Elias isn't in the state to really fight. She watched him saunter into the tent again, hunched over and favoring his right side. It was hard to believe he was anything like Gabe or Zeph. She glanced at the puddle of blood in the dirt he left. It seemed to writhe. A dark red with white swirls under the surface. Oh, that's interesting. What? Yeah, I was about to ask, like, why is his blood different? He's got different gross blood. His blood's got cooties. Oh my goodness. Local cryptids hate him. Find out why. Clickbait thumbnail pineapple pizza and baby raccoon mouth open gasp. That's all the paparazzi, like, news articles and stuff. Oh my god. Why is it different? Sam asked out loud. He isn't a man, Sam reminded herself. He might have just been tossed around like a rag doll, but he stood up like it had been nothing. Elias and the rest of them were dangerous. She needed to remember that. Oh, Asmodeus manifests as smoke, but you'll get that later. Oh yeah, right now, for me who doesn't know that until later, I'm like, oh god, he's got cooties. He's got cooties. I'm wondering, so she does ask something out loud. She is near other people getting the food. I'm wondering if there could be just like a line, just a one sentence saying what one person and what the group of people do when she asks it out loud. Their reaction could even just be like they avoid eye contact and don't answer her and they don't look at the blood, right? It's like a very, very like, nope, we are not acknowledging all the spooky demon shit going on. But I think that would be a really good use of like a little line here. Asmodeus has that smoky voice too, I bet. Oh, that would be a great idea. If a character's actually like smoke themed, to give them like a really like smoky, whispery voice to kind of go along with that theme. That could be good. I don't know if Asmodeus does have that voice, or if it's just like an internal voice, like internal feelings for Elias. But if he does have a voice, that might be like a good idea. Jezzy nudged Sam toward the seraphim seated nearby. In her hand was a large metal pitcher, beer foam sloshing on top. I had a beat about others noticing and I cut it. I should have trusted my gut. That's why I say sometimes it's so helpful to have like one document where you just get everything out. Like I said here, where everything's always kept. Even like your stuff that you talk to yourself. What did I say? Like, IDK, how Dragon Lady responds yet. Maybe finishing move? Fuck it, I hate that. Skip ahead. That could be a flashback later. Nope, we're gonna go back to that scene, right? So this is all stuff. And then once you decide what's being kept, you leave it in this document, and you just make a new document with the stuff you decide to keep. But that way nothing's ever truly lost. If you decide to go back and reuse stuff, it's still in your original content folder here. I mumbled those words, my bad. But, have to go. Bye, Deathhead. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'll be back in just over an hour, so if you're still alive, hey, yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how I'm doing. But yeah, I don't think it needs to be like a full beat. I think just even like just a sentence or something, just some little acknowledgement of everyone like either ignoring her or some people like looking uncomfortable, or some people looking disgusted and gross, like, oh yeah, like we don't know what that's about either, but we haven't said anything. just some little bit here. She waited for Jason to start filling Bo's stew bucket and then pulled Jessie aside. From her pocket, Sam took out 2 vials of the sleeping tincture. Elias was so out of it, he didn't even notice when she took them. Ooh, so she took these for Elias. Oh no, this is gonna be strong stuff then. Maybe this is just drugs. Oh my goodness. This is Jason. Have we mentioned Jason before? I remember Bo. I remember Jezzy. I'm struggling to remember Jason. Or is this the first time we're being introduced to Jason? Oh, Jason is the cook. Jason the cook. Yeah, okay, it was mentioned earlier. I just immediately forgot because I have ADHD. That's fine, that's fine. You didn't even notice when she took them. Oh, the tavern's live? That's awesome! Get your streak! They tried so hard to avoid it, they might as well have been staring. Oh my goodness. So many editing notes going into my book now. Hey, I'm glad. And also, like, I know it's a lot. I was even feeling like, oh man, like, having the experience of mostly being a writer and just getting critiques and being here and just giving a handful of critiques, going up in level to like a full editing report, I was like, man, I don't this feels so harsh. This feels like so much. Oh my goodness. Maddie doesn't always see your messages. Oh, that's why you gotta tell him here. Yeah, we gotta go shout at Chatty Matty. Chatty Matty, you gotta go over to the tavern. Someone pull out a speakerphone and yell at Chatty Matty, just with a huge megaphone. Just be like, Matty! Oh my goodness. Some of them were on my mind anyway to fix. Yeah, that's true. I remember you mentioning stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, I had that in my notes too. It's here, right here, in this, in this side margin. I gotta go right to my report. But it's definitely a different experience to be on the other side of an edit and be like, oh yeah, like this is this feels like so much. Oh my goodness. So, find a way to get these in the guards' drinks, Sam said, on your last round of serving. As long as they're sleeping and we avoid Seth, we should be able to get it to the church. Sam's eyes flickered to a white spire, cracked in 2 about a mile out. She wasn't convinced it would hide them. She doubted it held any magic to keep the demons out. So Sam's eyes flickered. So Sam doubts this would work. Oh, wait, hold on. 10 more points till 40k? Zoe, you're climbing up to 50k so fast. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Sam's eyes flickered to a white sphere, cracked in 2 about a mile out. She wasn't convinced it would hide them. She doubted it held any magic to keep the demons out. So she's being like super brave. I thought she had hope that like, oh yeah, maybe we could like survive out there with the church, but now she's not so sure. Will this work? Jessie asked. I don't know, but we have to try, Sam said. She looked at the bucket in her hands. The brown meat floated at the top, orange carrots and white potatoes. It was simple. Her eyes still felt like they were drawn in. Elias's words rang in her mind. You die. What had he meant? Sam was being led to her death? Her grip tightened on the wire handle until it shook, like lamb to the slaughter. A grunt from Jason made her pick up her feet. Should it be like a lamb to the slaughter? Or like lambs to the slaughter? Or am I overanalyzing that line? Maybe it is just like lamb to the slaughter. Like a lamb? Okay, perfect. So then I wasn't totally crazy. As they started their rounds, Elias came out of the tent again, a hand over his jaw. Gabe practically pulled him by the wide silver collar on his neck like a scolded child. You were able to do it? Oh, that's awesome. What? So I think it's supposed to be his jaw, just as a double check here. Sam met his eyes for a moment, glazed with pain and desperation. He stopped, or tried to, but Gabe dragged him forward with a curse, and Elias's eyes slid away from her. Let's see. Whatever happened in that tent must have defeated Elias. Sam's jaw tightened. She shouldn't feel sorry for him. Could that happen to her? So I think this is where the her jaw came in from, because you use Sam's jaw here, and it just got a little mixed around. But it is using the jaws a lot, because we have him cradling his jaw so much in the first scene. The last chapter was talking about his jaw too, because that jaw is fucked up after that fight. But I'm wondering, instead of Sam's jaw tightened, like, could her teeth clench? Like, it's kind of the same thing, but it's just using slightly different words, so we're not repeating that particular word too often. Just like having her teeth clenched, or she felt muscles in her face tighten, or something like that. Why would I want to become anything like that? Sam sneered, then shoved a ladle of stew into the grunt's bowl. Shoved a ladle? The young woman had to jump to stop from getting splashed. Yeah. Do you want me to send it in Raccoon News? Oh, is that for what? The young woman had to jump to stop from getting splashed. They kept her busy, running from seraphim to seraphim, dishing out stew and running for bread. She kept her eyes out for anything that might cause a distraction. The horse lines were her first bet, to get the horses to scatter, but she never got the chance to get near them. Old Boy happily had his nose buried in a feed bag. You didn't have nitro, so I posted in 2 parts. I don't have that nitro thingamajig either. It just doesn't seem... I don't want to be giving Discord money. I don't wanna. I'm not in love with it enough to give it money. I'm like, no, this is... Everything Discord does just annoys me. I don't want to give him money. This one, I'm wondering if this sentence we could rephrase in a way. Because the logic makes sense. I get what you're trying to say. The horse lines were her first bet. Semicolon, to get the horses to scatter. Just seems like a... It seems wonky. It seems a little bit like we need to rearrange it. You send yours in 2 parts as well? Yeah. See, it's never a problem. It's all good. So maybe this should be like just a complete sentence here. The horse lines were her first bet. Period. She had the thought to get the horses to scatter. She had the idea to make the horses scatter, but she never got the chance to get near them. Something like that. Some slight rephrasing here, because this one is just off to me. What have we got? That's 2 pages. Let's go for the 3rd. You pay for it from time to time, because I'm in a couple of Discords with some cool emojis. I know! And whenever I'm like private messaging people, I want so badly to use the raccoon emojis that we have for our server. And you can't. You need to pay for the Nitro thing. And I'm like, this is bullshit. Honestly, it just makes me mad every time. I'm like, this is stupid. It makes me not want to get it even more. I'm like, no, I'm not paying you money. And you just annoy me. By the time the large kettle was empty and Jason moved it off the fire, the band had set up. A guitar began strumming, followed by a banjo and a makeshift drum. Sam glanced at the guards. Some were slumped over, propping their elbows on their knees. Others were laughing so hard they struggled to keep their seats. The tincture may not have put them to sleep, but it made the beer stronger than they expected. You're going to bed now, Lucas? Have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and thank you for submitting your stuff for critique. I hope it helped. It was dark enough, and the usual snarls of ghouls didn't seem as loud tonight. They still needed the distraction. She delivered the last dregs from her bucket and noticed Bo watching her from the edge of camp. Jezzy was trying to fill a stumbling Seraphim's cup. The music grew more upbeat as more instruments joined in, accompanied by the clacking of imp scales above the fire that was now climbing above them. A sound made Sam stop. A violin. She stared at the band, her heart filled with air. Only twice she'd seen one in person, but that was the first time she'd seen it played. You use points for Nitro? You can use points? I just know that you could pay money for Nitro. Again, I'm so new. I'm so lame with figuring out all the Discord stuff. After I submitted the conversation I made, something I'm planning to straight up rewrite, because part of it makes me feel icky now. I'm good. I'm struggling to remember stuff. I'm like, ooh, I put that project down, and now I'm like, ooh, I'm just focused here. It's hard for me to jump back and forth between stories. Hold on. So a sound made Sam stop. A violin. She stared at the band, her heart filled with air. Only twice she'd seen one in person. So on just a technical level, I know only twice she'd seen a violin in person. But saying in the same, like, right next to each other, only twice she'd seen one. It's like twice in one. It's on a technical level a little confusing. So I'd maybe like rephrase it, not to maybe to violin, because he just used violin, but maybe to the instrument, something like that. This is the first time she'd seen it played as well. One person, but that was the first time she'd seen it played. Yeah, so I got that part, but just these two, twice in one. So close. It's on a technical level a little confusing, a little jumbled. So I would consider getting rid of the one, only twice she'd seen the instrument in person. Or that instrument in person, whatever it is. Hi, Foggy. Oh, thank you, Superstar. Thank you for the bits. That's very kind of you. My writing feels inferior now? Perry, man, don't feel like that at all. People submit it at all stages, right? Some people fill it at rough drafts. Some people fill out just the outlines and submit that. Some people do it. This is a place for, like, all levels of writing, truly. I never want you guys to feel bad about people's writing. I'll tell you straight up, a lot of the writers here are actually better than me, and I consider myself like a pretty decent writer. And rather than being like, oh god, like all these other writers are so much better than me, I shouldn't try. Like, no, straight up, that's exciting. I like reading their stuff. I like learning from them. I like seeing people who are better than me, because then I get a little bit better. So I never want you to feel like too down in the dumps if you feel like, oh no, I'm quaking in my boots, someone's writing is better than mine. That's just a cool thing. That's just something you can learn from. Hi, Trickster. That was the first time she'd seen it played. Long, drawn-out notes that quickly jumped into shorter pips. Its melody was like a pair of chains holding her in place. The man singing had a gravelly voice. Gravelly voice. Blah, 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 blah. A shiver ran down her spine when she heard him sing about demons. Move your feet. She tried to urge herself to walk away from the fire. Something smacked her arm, but she ignored it. Her eyes only followed the bow as it moved up and down, sliding the hair across the sinew strings. The sound of the men and women singing or laughing were muted compared to it. A hand closed around her arm. Its pressure was steady and cold. She yanked her arm free and spun around. Elias stood behind her. Arm and arms repeated twice, so I'll maybe rephrase this one. She yanked herself free and spun around. Something like that. How's it going? All good. We finished one story critique, and now we're on our second, which is for Heidenheart up there in the upper screen. You can kind of see it. But otherwise, we're just hanging out. We're chilling. We're reading some cool stories. Reading a few pages. I think after this, if Callie's still awake, I said Callie could go next. And then we'll see if I'm up for hopefully Raccoon Channel 6 news today. I also know Callie's been waiting a while though, so I might try and get Callie in before Raccoon Channel 6 news, if they're still up. He stood taller than she remembered, his shoulders back and spine straight. The blood that had covered him from the fight was gone. His clothing was free of ash and soot, and his hair was neatly pulled back, not a strand out of place. Oh, thank you so much for the bits. That's so kind of you. Thank you. The fire's glow reflected off of it like molten gold. He was different from the pathetic, stumbling man an hour or two ago. So for here, for this sentence, and again, it's nitpicky stuff. I feel like most of the time with the I'm just mostly offering nitpicky stuff. I would maybe, before the first line when she turns around and looks at Elias is about his height, and then it's talking about like the blood and the ashes and all the dirt and grime being gone. I think maybe the most noticeable, like notable thing would maybe be the blood and the dirt first, and then he also stood taller than she remembered, his shoulders back and spine straight. I would have this detail later after the blood. The Callie has arrived. Hi, Callie. I was just saying, yeah, we're just finishing up these last 3 lines. And then I was saying, if you're still here, then it will be your turn. That might be me leaking through because you notice height first. Yeah, I think in most cases, it's totally fine to describe someone by height first, because that is sometimes the first thing you notice. You have to, when you turn and look at somebody, it's kind of like, oh, so does your head go up? Or you're looking at someone eye level, or you're looking down at somebody, right? That's a normal characteristic to list first. It's normally like leaves a noticeable first impression. But just in this case, because Sam in the last chapter and this chapter is focused so much on he's the sad Uwu bean. He's covered in blood. His jaw's broken. He's covered in gross stuff. He's bleeding. He's injured. I think that should be the most startling thing. Like, oh, there's Elias. Oh shit, he's not covered in blood. Oh shit, he's tall. I helped a lot with writing your game. I'll have to tackle that again later. Oh, that's so sweet of you to say. Yeah, so in general, I think that's totally fine to say height first. It's just this one. It's like a little nitpicky thing. Like, I think she should notice the lack of blood first. But otherwise, I did a couple of suggestions for a sentence or two. Some minor, like, oh, I think this part A should come before B, or B should become before A. But it was mostly more nitpicky, like, line edit stuff that and again, I'm not a line editor. I never claimed to be. But that was kind of the stuff so far. But let me think here. One. It does make me so want feedback, because I know you're thinking, can you re-add the smoky voice? Yeah, Chatty, that's normally why you just work on one book in a series first that needs all the work, because then it just has those domino effects. You're now looking back and you're like, oh shit. So the smoky voice for what? For this story? I don't think we had Asmodeus' voice yet. We just have Sam and Elias so far, and Jezzy. Or are you talking about for Raccoon Channel 6 News? I don't think I had a smoky voice for that. But general things. So as far as reading engagement, I was pretty engaged throughout all of this. I wanted to keep reading what was going to happen next. I'm excited that they're attempting this escape plan, even though it seems doomed to failure. Oh, she said she cut it? Oh, I thought Heidenheart just cut out some like line or something describing some characters' reactions. Did they cut out the Is that English? Listen, you guys are all raccoons. Everyone knows you guys speak raccoon. I, of course, am fluent. I'm fluent in raccoon. So this kept me engaged. I kept wanting, like, yeah, like, oh god, they're gonna plan to escape now. Will it work? Will it this? Even as we got to something with the violin. The violin bit threw me off for a bit. I'm like, huh, why is this so important? What's the big thing with this? But then I got re-engaged immediately because, like, she turns around and there's Elias. And of course I want to learn about what happens with Elias next. Asmodeus doesn't really have a voice, but you can make it smoky if you want. There will be more side stories or background characters. That's exciting. But yeah, so as far as engagement, I think it was pretty good. The violin like caused like, oh, what's this about? But then Elias like grabbed my interest again, so that's really good. I'm wondering about Jason. Jason was so quickly mentioned, he was almost a little easily forgettable. Does Jason come up again later? If he does, if he is important enough to have a name, to be a named character, and he's used even just a few times in the future, I think rather than just knowing he's a cook, we could have some description of him. Doesn't have to be like a whole paragraph detailing it, just some natural things. Is he like a really strong dude? He looks like he could be one of the Seraphim, but he's just a human. Is he all like scarred up and like scary looking? Is he like kind of sweet looking? Is he blonde? Is he this? Is he muscled? Is he missing an arm? Just some little detail to make Jason then just like, oh yeah, that's what Jason looks like. He's the cook. I remember him. Me and Barry would be childhood friends. There's no freaking way they didn't meet as toddlers. It's Auntie Mary and Andromeda Sacred. There's some things in chapter 1 and 5 and bypasses the awkward this ain't an Alabama romance conversation I hate. Wait, what? Wait. Oh, it's a Gorgophone? What? The Prince of the Bear. Yeah, sorry. Hold on. You keep mentioning things about your story in the middle of chat, and I'm focused on this. I'm focused on this stuff right now. Hold on. But otherwise, and then after this, I'm focused on Callie, because Callie's begging in chat too. So, hold on. Did I? Fuck. Hi. Heidenheart, did I give you critique? Hopefully I gave you critique. Hopefully I said things. Hopefully I said words. If there's more words, and I didn't give you critique, please feel free to yell at me. Then I'll give you critique. We can DM. You can yap at me in DMs, and I'll give you more critique if I forgot to say stuff here. But otherwise, I think that's it. Thank you so much for submitting again. I'm so happy to read it. If you're up for it, please feel free to resubmit, because I love to keep reading this in the future. And that's it. I'm like totally blanking. I'm like, did I give critique here? I think I know I did the line edits. I don't remember if I did critique. Fuck. How long are the risotto? Shit, man. 3 minutes? I'm working with one arm here. Which I take. Okay, perfect. I did give the critique. Thank you so much. I was so worried. I'm like, wait, oh god, did I blank on that? Oh no. But yes, Callie, if you are still awake and able, it is now your turn. Let me go over here. We're deleting this. Yes. Callie was what? Oh, okay, number 11, the thingy. Callie? Your description is, it's just a novel. Okay, is there anything else you want to know about this? Let's see, Callie writes. There we go, now there's your name up there. Control C. And go over here. Oh, that's right. Yours is always gray. That's always so funny to me. I don't know why it does that. There we go. Boop. Okay, now I can see my Twitch chat. And we can enable, what you should know. It's that it's going to be a bestseller one day. Good optimism. I love it. I love seeing it. I love seeing the vote of confidence. Is this, it says chapter 4. So is this from one of the works you were submitting previously that has all the cool stuff like the music with the powers, and all these different houses had different powers. There were spirits and ghosts in this unique world. Is it that same story? Is that same universe? Yes. Okay. So it was a little hard to keep up with everything, and it's been a hot minute. But there was the fantasy world, and for everyone just tuning in now, there was a character who was running a music school, but she was actually taking all those children and she was turning them into instruments. She was physically, like, if you were a child one day, then oh no, you are a piano the next day. You were a violin the next day. You know, all these different things. And there was some crazy shenanigans going on, and different houses have different powers in this universe, and I think we were still learning that. So chapter 4, Osric. I think that's the point of view. Oh, hold on, you guys can't see it. Eee! There you guys go. So what critique are you looking at for this, Callie? Do you want us to focus on characters? Do you want us to look at pacing? On how clear things are? On how engaging it is for the readers? Or are you just looking for general feedback? Whatever things pop into my blue brain, that's what you want to hear. I'm here for the raccoons and raccoon-related content. Editor insights and knowledge works well. Dude. Listen. Yeah, it's a funny little mishmash, isn't it? I was yapping with Hyde and Heart the other day too. I'm like, yeah, Cryptid Roots is technically it's a business. It's an embroidery and patches business and clothing and apparel. It's our little spooky nerdy shop. And then it's also me VTubing, and it's also me being a cryptid with a bunch of raccoons, and it's also me giving editor advice and doing writing content. It's just a little bit of everything over here, ain't it? I have trouble with being clear, and I tend to focus on how my prose sounds. Yeah, I think we talked before about the purple prose versus clear prose. So okay, yeah, we can give some insight on that too. It's fun. I hope so. I hope you guys have fun just hanging out and yapping with me for a bit. So now knowing all that about the story, let's get in. This is chapter 4. This is Osric's point of view. The stubble I wore was replaced with shadow. There were 2 sockets in my face, but I only had one eye, and each time my pupils darted to meet another point in my surroundings, there were different flowers in the ridge that separated my face. Oh wait, what? Let's go! First it was ghost bells. I do still love the flower names you chose. I think I always say that every time, like, every time the flower names come up, I'm like, these are great. But the only voice that sounded from their faces was Gwen's. Then future tells, but I can only see my daughter's future, as if their fates were one. Should it be, if this is first person, shouldn't it be as if our fates were one? Is that right? This world does not respond kindly to fey creatures born of sacrifice. Yet I believe that, if I have one good deed left in my heart, it's to stop Nell from torturing the children of Ulnarone. Ulnaron? It's curious, though. It's talking about Gawain's and Despina's. Oh wait, what? If the future tells is showing Gawain's and Despina the daughter's future, then that needs to be clear. Because otherwise it sounds like it's talking about this character, Osric, and their daughter's future. So then it should be as if our fates were one. So I would clarify that. So this paragraph is mostly just explaining. It's just explaining, like, oh yeah, if I have one good deed left in my heart, if I have a purpose, I'm going to stop Nell from torturing children. I'm going to do this. And I'm over here and I'm like, this is just telling us this character's motivations rather than showing us this character's motivations through like actions and interactions with other characters. So that's what I'm like, this is mostly telling instead of showing. I don't know if it's my heart that wants this, or if it's Gawain. Or if it's Gawain, whose deepest desire was to save the town. Still, our motives meld together well. We both want to stop Nell, and to save the town, to stop Nell, is to save my daughter, Despina. Same thing here. Oh yeah, so I was asking Roots, I'm like, why did somebody do, like, I know if you guys do, like, an exclamation mark Discord, that pulls up the Discord, and I was asking, like, why does the Ko-Fi link randomly pull up? One, yes, we have a Ko-Fi now, and yeah, two, it's just on a timer, I guess, so occasionally it'll just pop up with the Ko-Fi link. But yeah, see, I did it, we did it, we have a Ko-Fi link now, ta-da! There's nothing on it, and you guys don't have to do anything with it, but technically, we did the effort, and now we have a Ko-Fi. But if you guys have any ideas of what should be different rewards or prizes for the Ko-Fi page, let me know. I'll start looking at that stuff. Yeah, I noticed they do a lot of explaining. Okay. I shook the snow globe Belfry gave me to hide my skins, and found his main church. Most people couldn't distinguish between this church and the others, but with the snow globe, I can see through the roofs of every building. I stuck my hand into the snow globe and let it swallow me whole. Yeah, this one, so there is stuff happening here, which I'm happy with. This is some actions, this is some interactions with this object, with this snow globe. But I will be honest, I have... I don't understand what's happening still. So there is still the lack of clarity. Like, what are we seeing? What does this mean? Is this stuff normal in this world, or is this the fantastical stuff? Because when you're dealing with fantasy, there is, for that fantasy world, their version of normal. So, like, you could argue, right, like, let's do Avatar: The Last Airbender. I think that's a reference a lot of people know. It's totally normal there, in that fantasy world, for some people to be non-benders, and for people to be benders, right? They have just one power. And then it's normal in that world for one person, the Avatar, this legendary Avatar, to have all the bending. They got all of it. So then later on, when there's like Legend of Korra stuff, it's then out of the normal for them. When magic stuff happens and non-benders became benders. That hadn't happened before. So in that fantasy world, that was still outside the bounds of what was normal. You could even argue, like, for staying in Avatar: The Last Airbender, when metal bending's first discovered, that's new. That's what made it so revolutionary. That was new to them. That was a new thing in the fantasy world. But it still was a... Hi, Cryptid. Oh, you're watching Project Hail Mary? That sounds super cool. A lot of people have been liking that. Well, explaining the world can work very well. Yeah, it's just knowing what things to explain, and that just happens over time as you write more, as you work on your craft more, as you like focus on it and try new things. It just happens over time. But yeah, so what I was doing that Avatar: The Last Airbender reference for is, I know this is a world that has magic. All these different houses have magic. But I still don't fully understand the magic, and now there's something with this snow globe. The snow globe can let the person see through buildings, it swallow this person whole, but I don't know if that's normal. Like, do most people have these snow globes? Is this a common thing? Is this common for just this person's house to have the access to these snow globes? Is this the one snow globe in the entire world and nobody else knows this thing exists and it's like super, super rare? I just don't have a frame of reference for, like, is this normal magic here, or is this extraordinary stuff? Hi, Hugo. Welcome on in. Ryan Gosling is literally me. I'm glad you liked my movie. Huge congrats, Pep, and huge congrats for being Ryan Gosling. Callie, let the world and people do the explaining. If you find yourself writing a chunk that doesn't feel like the person's point of view, Like, different characters will notice different bits and think different thoughts in accordance. That's a good little tip. Yeah. Oh my, Ryan Gosling owes you $40, Perryman? Oh my goodness. Pepin, how could you? I don't, it's been too long since I took an SAT. I don't remember if that's a good score or not. But also, congrats on getting your SAT stuff done. That's huge. So, they stuck their hands in the snow globe, and the snow globe swallowed them whole. Belfry's churches were beautiful, honeycomb patterns on every wall, pews that grew flowers for every prayer. And because I was losing sight of my mission, I shook Belfry's most important artifact, a massive snow globe at the center of the church, and saw why I must keep going. 1090 was alright back in my day? Alright. Let's see. Oh, I was in Sigma? Sorry about that. I don't make the rules. They did get stuck their hand in the snow and let it swallow me whole. So they got swallowed up by the snow globe, but then there's another snow globe at the center of this church. I think, at least that's how I'm understanding it. So why I must keep going. Nell has been far too neglectful towards each of the members of her family, save for Isabel. I suppose it's my fault her sister died, but I won't let her know that. Same thing here, this is telling us stuff, and I'm like, no, I want to find out later that this character Osric is responsible for her sister's death, and like all the scandal and blow-up that happens with that. It wasn't an easy decision. That day I walked over to Dawn as he threw slice after slice of his chain through Belfry's main artifact. Belfry's main artifact. Is that the same as the most important artifact, which is the snow globe? Dawn, the all-powerful Dark One, lost more of his power day after day. And it's all because of the creation of the Alnaron. Belajah, Shamblefoot, Embercage all achieved immortality. And Dawn, the fey creature who was supposedly the king of the dead, was desperate for a way to keep himself powerful. Oh yeah, see, that's even what I'm asking. Like, yeah, is it a normal thing? Are there lots of snow globes, and that's the main means of transportation? That would be a neat thing. That would be cool. It's just I'm not sure. I'm so powerful. Once he was done, he guided me through a forest at the far east of Alnaron and introduced me to a boy. The real Gawain. The real Gawain? Oh no. Are we dealing with a fake Gawain? Oh yeah, there's lots of snow globes. Belfry uses them to curse people. So, Belfry is the town? No, Belfry is the person. Wait. So, I shook the snow globe Belfry gave me, so that sounds like it's a person. But then Belfry's churches were beautiful. That makes it sound almost like it's a town. Like, oh, this town's churches are beautiful. The Belfry's main artifact. Sounds also like it's the town's main artifact. So that was a little confusing. Belfry owns all the churches. Okay. So yeah, so there's a little bit of lack of clarity there. Maybe clarify this somehow, somewhere. The real Gawain. He was wrapped in vines and half dead. The plague of howling red drove him to such delirium that when I walked up to him and called his name, his eyes drifted away. Dawn then arrived with his chains and asked, "Quite an unfortunate one. Captured, trapped in this enchanted forest, and replaced by a changeling. Do you want to save him?" Dawn waited for someone to find Gawain for several days, and his chains grew red in the rays of the sun where the light was captured forever in the glade. Oh wait, that's a run-on. Whew. Osric felt the ire seep in the Dark One's chains. It cut into his flesh as he transformed Osric into the flesh-stealing skeleton. Ooh. the flesh-stealing skeleton. And once he ate Gawain's heart, the transformation was complete. Wait. Wait, I'm a little bit confused here. Wait a second. Hold on. So we are Osric. And this is all I, me pronouns. This is when I walked up to him and called his name, his eyes drifted away. Dawn then arrived. Dawn speaks. But then it switches to Osric felt the iron seeth in the Dark One's chains. It cut into his flesh as he transformed Osric into the flesh-stealing skeleton. And it's also, this is Osric found the Dark One by the main artifact again. So there's been a shift here. Did I miss the shift from first person point of view to third person? Yeah, I didn't know. Oh, okay, phew. Okay, wait. Sorry. That just threw me off for a second. I'm like, wait a second. I know there's a fake Gawain and there's a real Gawain. Is this the wrong Osric? Grows meat? What does the flesh-stealing skeleton do with the flesh? Well, now he owns it. It's his. He stole it. He wears it and pretends to be the person. The flesh-stealing skeleton is insane. First of all, I'm just gonna say I love it. I love the flesh-stealing skeleton concept. I'm a huge fan of this. So I'm gonna do a little jokey here, but understand I'm not doing a jokey making fun of this. I'm doing a jokey because it's just a little funny. So in my head, I want to read the flesh-stealing skeleton in like the same cadence as from SpongeBob SquarePants, the hash-slinging slasher. And I don't know why, I just do it in my brain. I just remember SpongeBob and Patrick being like, the hash-slinging slasher. I won't be like, the flesh-stealing skeleton. But no, that's not me like being like, oh, this is a silly SpongeBob thing. This is just my brain being like, I want to read it in the same voice. That's what I want. The clash singing, the bash binging, the flesh stealing skeleton. The flesh stealing skeleton sounds like something out of a German bedtime story. That's how you know it's metal as fuck. That's how you know it's badass. Let's see over here. So yeah, there was a point of view strip, so double check that. Make sure you're always, whatever point of view you choose, make sure it's consistent, because whew, that threw me through a loop. But also, so this is just keeping track of stuff. So we start off with our character Osric examining himself and looking at how he, I guess, looks, how he physically looks. Doesn't matter if you're naughty or nice, for all the bones taste the same. Made you think of the bug alien from Men in Black 1. That's why you did the sugar water reference. Bring me more sugar. So we're looking at it. Then we go into the introspection and the motives. And then he goes into the snow globe. Then he's in the snow globe looking at a massive snow globe at the center of the church. And then goes back into the introspection and explaining the backstory and lore. And then he goes into more backstory and lore, explaining stuff about when he previously came here and became the flesh-stealing skeleton and saw the fake or the real Gawain. I like to think he just scorpion punches someone and rips their heart out and slaps it on their exposed ribs and it slides off. Now I noticed an infestation here. Everywhere I look, in fact. So that now Osric found the Dark One by the main artifact again. Dawn, why do you continue? We're happy people, said Osric. Dawn turned around, and his chains, as swift as a bird, sliced into Osric's neck. but Dawn can no longer bring death to anyone. I think your having a single eye is interfering with your depth perception. Immortality never brings happiness, not even for gods. What we should strive for is satisfaction. Death teaches us to be done with the world and to be okay with that. Living forever strips us of our need for love. Power accumulates over these years. After centuries, we grow bored and long for power that isn't ours. Use Nell as an example if you do not understand. Why do you think she neglects her daughter? She has grown bored, said Dawn. Oh, that's a lot of dialogue. Normally, instead of an entire paragraph of just long dialogue, we normally want to split it up a little bit with some action, some observations, something that Dawn's doing or something that Osric is doing. So it might be like a line or two of the dialogue, and then him like doing something like he even a description of the voice, right? Like if this is someone very, very old, he might sound exhausted, he might sound angry, he might sound frustrated, whatever the thing is here, not even for gods. Dom said like frustrated, his voice deep, he's, whatever the thing he wants to describe is. Then do another few lines, and then when Osric doesn't respond, like waiting for him, he then finishes the rest. Like something like just to break it up a bit. Osric, who realized he's doing this for his daughter, looked into Dawn's eyes. See, again, that's telling instead of showing. We have multiple paragraphs earlier saying he's doing this for his daughter. Looked into Dawn's eyes. The Dark One led Osric over to a bench. Dawn prayed in front of Osric. What will you have me do? Asked Osric. I believe the world must remember... Excuse me, hold on. Okay, hold on, I'm back. There's a lot of coughing. So let's see. I believe the world must remember a fate worse than death. I will unlock the power of disease that hides within you, and you will create a plague. This plague will serve as a distraction to Nell's tutoring, and you will have more time to find Despina a proper family as Nell scrambles to revive her sister, who will undoubtedly be killed after she predicts the onset of a crisis. You must make sure, however, that anyone who gets in your way is burned. Look here, Skeleton Man. You're not supposed to inhale spit? That's why it's called spit? No, it's not that. It's just my lungs and stuff. They're not holding up too good. But especially with if I doing too much yapping and reading too much for too long, sometimes my voice gives out after a while and I'm coughing too much. Then we have a scene break. So it looks like this Dawn person, the Dark Lord, the Dark One, Dawn, planned everything out. So this is... He planned for one of them to be worried about her sister, to be worried about this crisis, to us. So this is actually still a flashback. It's just not as much of a flashback as this flashback. So that's why I think I mentioned before, there's some timeline hopping. Sometimes there's a flashback within a flashback, and then you go forward again, but not all the way forward, and then you go fully forward. There's some time hopping here. So I think this is explaining all the stuff that leads up to the earlier chapters. Am I right? Am I keeping the story straight? You finally got back into your pirate story tonight, Zatra? That sounds super fun. Who doesn't love a good pirate story? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I would double check. And it could even be, I know some people are pantsers versus plotters, but maybe just having another document on the side that plots out your scenes and make sure, as if you write out like an idea of what you're going to write per chapter, make sure that you're just in a one timeline, or if you are switching timelines, that is a purposeful jump and not a bunch of different little jumps here and there and everywhere. Having that outline can be really, really helpful to keep the story timeline making sense. Death has a lot to say, and the dead men tell no tales. Two far different reactions. Like, yeah, Death is a chatterbox, or no, Death doesn't say anything at all. He doesn't talk for shit. Well, it's tricky because the pirate story took a hard turn left. Oh no. Sometimes stories surprise you like that. It's true. Alrighty, but I think... Where were we with that? I think I'm gonna stop there. That was getting into the second page of it. They call it port? For what? Anyway, so I am noticing, so I think the main critiques I'll give is to double check your point of view, because we switched from first person to third person. And to check your timeline, because again, we're kind of jumping back and forth. We're at one timeline, we're continuing with that, we go back in time, and then we jump forward, but not all the way forward. So we're just doing some timeline hopping that I think is also accidental. So I would double check your timeline, and that, again, it can be fixed with something as simple as just a little outline on the sign. Just outline your scenes a little bit, that when you're writing it, you can look over at your outline and be like, oh yeah, I don't want a flashback here. I'll use this flashback in a full flashback chapter later. This scene is just going to be at this timeline. That's what I wrote out. And then as a small thing, yeah, for the dialogue, just cut it up a bit. You can still keep all those lines. They're not bad lines. But just having the little things to break it up so it's not just a chunk of dialogue, that will then make it read a little bit easier and keep the pace going a bit smoother. But otherwise, yeah, those are going to be my critiques here. But apparently would make a fine navigator. Oh, they call a port for the hard left turn? That's right. I guess Perriman, you're gonna have to be our pirate navigator. There's no one else to take the job. You got it through default. Thank you so much, Callie, for submitting your stuff. I hope some of the stuff I said helped. But otherwise, that is it for that one. There we go. Let me go ahead and get rid of that one. And then I'll pull up my thingamajig real quick. And then we also did Heidenheart, I think? Yeah. So hopefully my storyline queue, you'll take all the ships? But then you see, you'll be in a shipping war. I know fandom stuff. I know that leads to a shipping war. I've been remarkably focused today. I think I'm feeling that I'm not, my voice isn't doing too well. Oh, hey, thank you for the follow, and hey, I hope you like hanging out with the Cryptid Cult. But yeah, when my voice isn't doing too well, I kind of realize it, and I'm like, I need to focus and say all the words I want to say before my voice gives up. 2 hours and 3 entries done. Oh my goodness, that might be a record. That might be a record for Cryptid. Oh my goodness. So let me see over here. Do we want to do Raccoon Channel 6 news? Or do we need some more time to work on the Raccoon Channel 6 news? I know I haven't submitted any side stories on it. I haven't been looking at what's been going on over there. So would you guys like an extra day to work on the news? Let's see. We've weaved waves and wave at Weaver's Weaves. Is it a shipping through? I can definitely tell this community is growing, because last time I put something in the queue, it was like read like the next stream. Now I've had something in the queue for a while now. Oh, if you were here in the earlier days too, it was sometimes a couple weeks. But at one point the queue was like nearing, I think it even passed like 30 people in the queue. And then people were waiting a while too. But a lot of people in the queue had just submitted something and then like never showed up again ever. So I like kept calling their names for a while, and like they never showed up, and they weren't even in the Discord or anymore. They never showed up in stream, like they were just gone. And there was a couple of those, and so that clogged up the stream for a while. And now that's why I changed it over to the Google Docs, because just that little extra step meant that people would be a little bit more since they did some effort to fill out a Google form, that like, oh yeah, they're more likely to show up and get their stuff right, rather than just submitting it into a Discord and like disappearing forever. But yeah, at one point the queue was like 30 or more. It was crazy. You're saying the Raccoon News side story for now are done. Okay, do you want me to read the side stories now, or would you prefer to wait a little bit and read the side stories and a major story altogether? What's kind of the vibe here? How would you like this done? My typical wait time is once a week or every other week. Yeah, I think that's pretty reasonable. I'm trying to keep it like a week or every other week for most people. I don't want people to wait longer than like 2 weeks. I'm gonna try and really hold against that. I don't want you guys waiting longer than 2 weeks for a critique, but it just depends. I had to sneeze. I feel a sneeze coming. Oh no. So let's see here. Wait, yes to what? Read it now or wait. Let me know. It's either read it now or wait. Either's fine. Side story? You want to read the side story? Okay. You got that little bonus on Mother's Day since it was a special one. That's right, because we had to celebrate Mother's Day for our lovely coyote guard. That was true. I don't think I'll be submitting anything for a bit. Oh, why? I mean, it's a pile of a world? Do you mean it's just like the world building, but it's not the story yet? Okay. Is that it? In which case, like, you could still, if it's, as long as it's like a cohesive document, it's not too hard to like read. What do you mean focus? I am focused. I'm just asking if we're reading Raccoon Channel 6 News and I'm talking to Pog. I am focused. Please. Please. But if it's a cohesive document and I can like kind of read through it and understand stuff, I don't mind, you're the captain now. Put King Cal overboard. Make them walk the plank. You read another channel? Oh. Please and thank you. It's super cute. Oh, Raccoon News, I got an idea on how to wrap up the Civil War. It's gonna be wrapped up already? Oh my goodness. I thought it was gonna go on for a bit longer. That's crazy. You got a sprout? Arya, you do have a sprout. How are people getting the sprouts? I think I asked it earlier. I didn't know if anyone answered. I didn't look. How do you get the little sprouts? Why do some people have it and some people don't? This is so interesting. I don't understand. Oh my goodness. How are you getting sprouts? By their usernames. Do you see like a Heidenheart? If you look at Heidenheart's username in the chat, there's a sword because they're a moderator. There's they have a little subscribing badge, but then there's also a sprout, and it's called a bloom badge. They have a level 2. If you look by Arya Rose Books username, they also have a bloom badge level 1. So it's just like a little sprout. I have stuff I can submit, but apparently I write at a fairly high literary level, and I don't want to make others uncomfortable with their own works in progress. Well, don't worry about it. Oh, thank you for the sub, first of all. That's so sweet. And hey, I hope you like hanging out with the Cryptid Cult. Especially ad-free now. But one, it's never a thing to worry about how you don't control how anyone else feels. First of all, in this room, in this little online digital room, that's the critique room, or anywhere else, you can't control how anyone else feels. You don't need to dull your shine in order to make anyone else feel better. So if you have a cool work that you're like, yeah, this is a high level stuff, I'm ready, this is something ready for publication, I just want whatever critiques to help me like fine tune, fine polish it that I can get, that's totally fine. That's absolutely acceptable. Oh my goodness, wait, what's happening? Let's see. Oh, it's from the VODs too. You need to watch 3 separate streams once per day, or the VODs. Oh. Let's see. I promise you're not going to derail my 365 days of writing. But no, genuinely, there are some new writers here that are still figuring out how to write. That's not a bad thing. It's just what it is. Like, they're figuring out how to write. They're figuring out everything. There's some very experienced writers here. There's self-published authors here. There's people getting ready to write their query letters and start the querying journey to become traditionally published authors. There's extremely talented writers on here. It's all different levels. So no one can see someone's better example unless someone with a better example shows up. And then we can all learn. Oh, it's not going to end soon. Got it. You can decide how much longer it should go on. All good. You just don't like the ads? I getcha. Thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it. Anyway, so yeah. But yeah, Foggy, if you have stuff to share that you're like, no, this is high quality stuff. I want the nitty gritty critiques. I want all the high end stuff. Please feel free. That's all good. My main issues are comma splicing, run-ons, and possessive apostrophes. So I can point out some of those. Some of the other ones will be better from like someone who's more... Luna, be nice to your kids. From what's I gonna say? A copy editor's point of view. I'm more of a developmental editor's point of view. That's just how my brain works. And I can offer some line edit stuff. So I'll point out what I notice, but don't expect me to notice everything. That's... Doing writing for a lewd RPG, and she's reviewing the safe for work portion of the writing. It's true. My friends. But otherwise, we finished Cali, so what are we gonna do? We're gonna do Raccoon Channel 6 News. That's what we're gonna do. Is everyone ready for Raccoon Channel 6 News? That's the summer dust. This is the news. Let me see over here. Now I just gotta switch stuff over. Oh, Zoe, can I ask you, can you repost the opening intro stuff for Raccoon Channel 6 News? It's just been a while, and I want to play that again. It makes me happy. I like having that. And then I gotta go up to here. And it's not a story by, it's... RCUN. Channel 6 News. There we go. There we go. Raccoon News! We raid the news! Get ready to sail! We're sailing on over to the news. Let me go over here. Again, it's not the easiest to read on screen, but hey, I'm gonna be reading everything, so you're fine. Done. Ooh, sweet. Let's go over here. And I'm gonna pause the lo-fi beats. Ready? Is everybody ready? Oh, I'm gonna move my model out of the way. Hold on. There you guys go. Look at that! It's Cryptid Roots News Network! Look at that! I love it so much. I'm still so tickled by it. It's great. So peak, I know. Thank you for reposting it, Zoe. So, that is the news intro. Now I go up here. New stuff you haven't read yet. So we ended with Happy the Hound's little like a horror story opening over here, right? There's this crazy static broadcast going through an intercom and everything here, and something's been released inside an abandoned factory, and it's alive. So that's where we left off. There's been some other stuff. We've had updates from the Raccoon Civil War. We've had a side story from Archie and Webby over the grave of Archie's mother, and it's revealed that Webby still is interested in Archie, that they still want to pursue that romance. So those are kind of some of the little story threads that have been going on, but we could be continuing others. I don't know until I read it, so let's get going. Side story number 4. What's this? A side story? Why are there so many spider webs? And after a prologue? We have TiVo? Oof. What's that one? Is that a channel? Is that a streaming channel? We just got news from the abandoned Channel 6 news station. That's all we got. This is the only channel on the TV. In the Cryptid Roots universe, this is it. Who's this one first talking? What? Why do you put the description of everything at the end? I think this first person speaking is Webby. Hold on. Now, how'd you go about finding that old raccoon? The one's been stirring up trouble and stressing my sugar out so. Just then in my car and found undrunk hot chocolate from last night. Because you like it, you just like torturing me. Webby asked their subordinates, feeling a bit exhausted after compiling documents about many data that was collected on the webs. Their subordinate tells Webby what they know so far. Right then, Gov. We ain't found that flippin' raccoon. Been trying our best, we have. This is not a London Cockney accent, sorry. But we can't find him nowhere. Proper sorry, Gov. Why do you do this to me? Webby sighs, thanking their crew for working hard as they wave them off to do their other tasks. If only you let me just go on and hush that raccoon for good, sugar. This whole mess would have been put to bed long ago. Now, why you gotta go and get all soft-hearted on me, Archie? I purely can't believe the things I'm fixing to do. But I reckon it don't much matter. It's all for love, after all, Webby mutters to herself as she went somewhere where a phone can be seen as they call someone. The phone rang 3 times till some person answered. Oh god, what's a Louisiana accent? That old raccoon is the scavenger? Oh, maybe. Well, well, well. If it don't be little Scarlet. How y'all doing, bae? The mysterious creature says to Webby. It's Webby now, Detective Bar. And I've come on by to ask if you'd be so kind as to find a little old raccoon for me. Webby says, annoyed that they're using their old human name. Dun dun dun! Scarlet is Webby's human name? Oh my god, so Webby remembers being a human. Webby remembers. Oh my, and other people apparently remember too. This Louisiana sheep. Detective Ba also remembers being a human and remembers humans Webby. This is the plot relevant stuff. This is crazy. This is insane. Fine, Webby. Is that raccoon been messing with old Archie? I'm guessing, Shaw. I think that's the one. They asked Webby, gave a simple yes, and heard them reply. Give me a day or two, yeah? That's not the same accent. I'm gonna get him for you. No payment, no. If it's for the lady, I wouldn't be asking for nothing. After all, she done once saved my life, Shaw. What do you mean I sound like Gilbert? This is the worst impersonation. Gambit actually sounded very, very good. And that's not he wasn't Louisiana, it was New Orleans. Gambit was New Orleans, right? Sounds very 1920. It's not, ooh, I've been waiting a long time for this. I thought it was, ooh, I've been waiting to make a name for myself, or something like that, right? Wasn't that the quote? Or was it that? Am I misremembering it? I don't even know. Why, thank you kindly, Holmes. I declare, it warms my heart to see you haven't gone and changed one little bit. Webby thanked them. It ain't no big and on. Can do the same to you, Scarlet. You take care now, yeah? They replied back. I will. Then they hang up. Oh my goodness. You don't remember. It's all good, Aria. I don't fully remember it either. Hi there, it's good to see you. Why is everyone here for my terrible accents? Oh no. Side story ends. Number 4 ends. That's all of it? Come on, Zoe, you can add more to this. And that's right there in the text. That's not me. That's not me. You look at Zoe. God, I didn't miss it. No, you should have missed it. Louisiana here? Accent good for realsies. Aw, it's so nice of you to say and lie that to my face like that. That's so sweet. Should we just get pest control at this point? We're over 300 raccoons. Papa Cryptid's been considering it, don't you worry. Anything you notice in the side story? Yeah, I noticed that Webby has a human name. It's Scarlet, and that others like the sheep remember it. And that obviously the sheep is a reference to the sheep detectives. That's super cute. I kind of want to see that movie. That's right. And also, welcome on in all the way over here from Louisiana. I'm a Central Florida cryptid, so it's good to have you over here. There's more to them? There's more to which character? Actually, you sound like the singer cat from Lackadaisy. Oh, when I was doing Scarlet or Webby, was that? I haven't seen Lackadaisy yet, so I don't know all the characters. But I'm guessing I think they were like a little southern, right? So something I could see one of them sounding like that. Oh my god! I just realized like I'm gonna have to figure out when we do the proper recordings of Raccoon Channel 6 news to release. I'm gonna have to choose accents and then do the accents consistently. Oh no. Sheep detective be like, are you good or bad? I don't know if the microphone actually picked that up. It might have sounded butchered because of the microphone. Check on soft-hearted parted and see if you notice something. Soft-hearted parted? Oh, it did. I was gonna lurk for a minute. All good, Aria. Thank you so much. Let's see. Where's my heart? Zoe Archie. Yeah, I did notice that. It sounded like a cute little like slip in that Archie may also be Zoe. That sounds like, ooh, Zoe, Archie's human name? Is that it? Is that the connection? Sounds like a sheep got butchered. Sheep can just be fucking loud. Sometimes sheep's just they're fucking loud. They don't know indoor voices because they don't have to worry about that stuff. When you're a critter that hasn't had to worry about having an inside voice, you don't normally develop an inside voice. Oh my goodness. So now we're gonna start the next side story. This is Dipper's Quest. Side story number 1. By what 16? What? You submitted this side story. That's so exciting. Hi, Ghost. Are you playing? Are you playing with Baba or your mama? So you're the archangel that moonlights as a coyote. Is that right? As long as you like it, it's still your character at the end of the day. So as long as you like that, then absolutely. You could be an archangel or you could just be like some undeclared celestial being that came down after the unspecified redacted apocalypse. And then you saw all these cryptids and raccoons and you're like, yeah, this works out. I'm gonna stay here. King Cow's making their own side story? That's awesome. She streams in her part too. Nice. That's right. There's all these cats being here basically qualifies this house as being a barn. It's the same thing. Let's see. This is Dipper's voice. What? How would you like your character's voice to be read? I don't remember if there was something about this before. What kind of voice do we want? Do we want a nervous one? Do we want an anxious, awkward one, halting one? Do we want a brave voice? Do we want a deep voice? Do you want someone fast talking? Do you want someone slow talking? What's something here that we think of your character? And if what's not here, then I'll just make up a voice. Dipper just has a regular voice. Just a regular Joe Schmo. Regular Dipper. Alrighty. As more of our forces become injured in the scavengers' ridiculous war... Oh, wait. No, this is Dipper. As more of our forces become injured in the scavengers' ridiculous war against Archie. I've only heard rumors of them, but if anyone could help us, it would be the famed Dr. Stinkers. Oh, so not just a Dr. Stinkers like regular soda can. For anyone new here, in the universe, in Cryptid Roots universe, they replaced Dr. Pepper with Dr. Stinkers, and it's like a skunk branding. But this is the famed Dr. Stinkers that the sodas are named after. The famed Dr. Stinkers. Sitting on gas traps. Dipper gave Archie a reassuring nod before heading out. Archie only stared in confusion, as she only knew him as the silent raccoon who randomly shows up. For 3 days, I wander the streets in search of them, taking shelter whenever I can. I fear that soon, I may have to use my bone sword if these scavenger patrols increase. Dipper followed the words of his mysterious book to chart his path. Traverse the wall of Mart. There you shall find your target. What sword? The bone sword. Everyone has one. It's fine. Perryman, you're a ship captain. Are you revealing that you're not qualified to be a ship captain if you don't have a sword made out of bones? Everyone has it. Come on. Any qualified captain would even, some would even say would have like multiple, but at least one. Come on, this is standard. Right, Perryman? You obviously have one, right? I would kill you for the attempted mutiny. This is my channel. If you kill me, that's mutiny. If you fight me, that's mutiny. I can't believe this. So, traverse the wall of Mart. There you shall find your target. I soon found myself in a part of the city that I never thought I'd be back in. Part of my life that I left behind a while ago. The sounds of a jaw chopping stopped Dipper in his tracks. Oh, how's Harriet the Gator sound? How's Harriet the Gator sound? I'd fisticuffs you, boxer bouncing falls. Yeah, I'm big and tough. Pew! That's how I imagine it. Like a mob? Oh my god, you guys are not helping me at all. Like a Floridian mob boss. Okay, well, first of all, most of the mob stuff in Florida, especially southern Florida, is actually Russian. First of all. There's a lot of Russian mobs in Florida now, actually. That's taken over a large percentage of the illegal doings for mob activity level. Like, as far as, like, regular shenanigans, that's obviously done by regular people doing regular crimes. But, like, mob level crimes, I know a lot of people talk about, like, oh yeah, there's, like, Russian mobs down south. Okay. So I'm not gonna do that, because I'll fail at that, so Floridian mob boss. Well, if it isn't our favorite raccoon. Hello, Dipper. Harriet the Gator said profoundly to her lackeys. Profoundly? I don't know if it's profoundly. Looking for more work, are ya? She asked. Dipper's eyes narrowed as he slowly grasped his bone sword. Easy, I'm here as a friend, Dipper. You're looking across the wall. I may know a way around. Look for Charlie the Owl. He can help you. Now remember, You always have friends in the Gator Cartel. There's a Gator Cartel! Oh, shit. Listen, I can't control what voice comes out. Okay, that's more Madam Mother than Lady Mob Boss. I don't control. I, like, put some energy out into the universe, and then whatever voice comes out is whatever voice comes out, okay? That's all we get. We get what we get. Sometimes the wheel rolls in our favor, sometimes it doesn't. There'll always be a cartel. Harriet said. Dipper eased his hand off the hilt and gave a cautious nod. I continued my path as planned through the wall. Harriet can't be trusted. Not again. Ooh. After disabling a few traps and solving the puzzle of aisles, Dipper made his way through the wall of Mart. He leapt over the last gate, only to spot a familiar face. Gonna go creases now. Southern accent, okay. Well, I'll be a spot on a mule, Dipper. Is that you? Dale the Lizard asked, popping his cowboy hat up. Southern accent. So Southern can cover so many things. You could argue a Floridian accent. My accent right now is Southern. I am Floridian. This is a Southern accent. That's different from a Miami accent or a Mammy accent. That's different from a Georgian accent, a Louisiana accent, right? A Texas accent. Texas accent has that drawl to it. So I don't know which one exactly. Texas. Oh God. I'll be spot on a mule. No, that's not it. I say it's slower. I can do at least slower, because that's Texas. They speak a little slower. They have that drawl, but I don't think I can do a Texan drawl. Well, I'll be a spot on a mule. Dipper, is that you? Dale the Lizard asked, popping his cowboy hat up. Dipper smiled and nodded twice. Dale let out a hearty laugh. I've been good, kid. Those pesky birds have been giving me a time since they've gotten a new leader. So if you see any bird for president of the lot, 2038 posters, just tear them down. Please don't add more accents. This is terrible. I'm struggling. I'm drowning over here. Gators, traitors, buying you or biting you. Not that, yeah, we'll death roll you if you fall behind. I said, boy. Oh no. Oh no. Dale was like a little oh wait, this is spoken. Dale was like the sheriff of this little town. He kept things in order for the most part during my time as a runner. He even saved my life once. So if anyone knows where Dr. Stinkers is, it would be him. Dipper put out his book and pointed to one of the crude insignias that were drawn in it. Ah, you're looking for Dr. Stinkers. Ooh. Last time I seen her, she was at her clinic by the old Waxby's, Dale said, tapping his boot. Waxby's was at least 20 minutes away. Dipper thanked Dale and headed off, continuing his journey. As the Waxbys came into view, Dipper noticed that the clinic was being attacked by a band of rabid squirrels, bearing the symbol of a Morton Earl. Oh my goodness, wait, there's so many new things! Dipper dashed in, kicking the acorns out of one of them. He drew his sword, keeping the rest of the squirrels back. Quickly, he tapped Morse code on the door, trying to alert anyone inside. Oh Lord, not squirrels! The squirrels snarled as the door slowly opened. Dipper darted inside and immediately barricaded the door back. He let out a loud sigh of relief. Before he could say anything, a fox in an oversized lab coat grabbed him. Okay, how's the fox gonna sound? Don't say an accent. You can be like, oh, she sounds older, she sounds like a grandma, she sounds eccentric, she sounds fast, she sounds slow. Give me like a description. Don't give me an accent. I don't want to do another accent. Hi, Des said, welcome on in. Blind old man. Okay. Blind old man. How's an old man? Oh no, Pop. I'm Grandpappy Cryptid. Grandpappy Cryptid, I'm a fox now. Are you okay? Did any of them bite you? The fox asked. Dipper gave her a reassuring nod. I don't know what that means. I guess you're okay. I'm Dr. Evelyn Stinkers. And you are? She asked. I never mourned. Oh no. Please don't. Is the voice too loud? I can stop. I'll just read it normally. Sorry, Nevermore. You came in when I'm doing annoying voices for characters. Aren't they blind? Yeah, that's why they said, I don't know what that means. So Dipper nodded. And then she goes, I don't know what that means. Oh my goodness. I'm Dr. Evelyn Stinkers, and you are? She asked. Dipper just nodded again. Okay, Dr. Stinker said. Accent, a Russian trying to speak Louisianan. So, oh my god, what they sound like you. I know Russian's like, Privyet, comrade. Privyet. No. But then Louisianan is a little bit faster, has the extra words, whereas Russians try to get rid of some of the placement words. So would it be... You can do Russian. Oh, that's super cool! Oh my goodness. You can blotch y'all. Perry the platypus! What do you mean? I thought you were talking normally, Cryptid. That's right, I always sound like a little blind grandma Cryptid. Oh my goodness. So, okay, Dr. Stinker said. The sudden sound of glass breaking startled them. I think they might have gotten in, Dr. Stinker said, panicked. Dipper quickly ripped a page out of his book and grabbed the first pen he could find. He smashed the pen open and gathered the ink. He hastily drew a map back to the news station with a note for Archie. Help has arrived. Dipper. Dipper gave a confident nod to the doctor as he handed her the map. Using the rest of the ink, he drew a red line underneath his eyes. He shooed the doctor off as he readied his sword to defend the clinic. Side story number 1, end. By what 16? Oh my goodness, so what character Dipper has found the Dr. Stinkers, the namesake for the Dr. Stinker soda, our version of Dr. Pepper. So this is a fox, the Dr. Stinkers, and she apparently can help. Dipper believes she can help in the Civil War and all the craziness that's going on. But now Dipper might not survive. He has to fight off rabid squirrels. Oh my goodness, I didn't know we still had rabies. Sweet home Moscow. So Sweet home Alabama. Wait, Dr. Stinkers is a fox? I guess so. Dr. Stinkers is a fox. I guess just the branding for Dr. Stinkers is a skunk. But yeah. And why is there a fridge? Hello. Baby Raccoon won this fridge off Raccoon Channel 6 News a few streams ago. So it's Baby Raccoon's fridge. They store all their trash in there so it stays fresh. That's such a Fox thing to do. On the fridge. And then I have another one too. If I don't ever want to just do the fridge, I can swap it out. And I have a sweet tea. This is the picture I took, and then Roots cropped it a bit. I saw the world's largest sweet tea while driving out to a con. And so sometimes I'll have baby raccoon sitting inside the world's largest sweet tea. But right now, it's the fridge. He's back to his fridge. Sometimes I'll swap it out though. Mostly because I don't think anyone really liked the sweet tea one. I was tickled pink by it to see a little baby raccoon coming at it, but everyone else was like, huh? Why is this here? I don't get it. And I'm like, no, it's so cool. Isn't it cute? Yeah, it's good for baby raccoon. No one is ever getting a sip of that sweet tea. Yeah, I guess it was part of a thing. They like filled it up just to prove. Hold on, I can see it again. It's because at the time I don't think there's like sweet tea in it. It's like an empty thing, but it just had the point that they did fill it up with sweet tea once. And oh my god, you can't see it in this picture. It showed you at the bottom in a little plaque how many like gallons it could be filled up, and it was crazy. So hold on, I'll get rid of that now. You will? You're gonna steal a sip of the sweet tea from a baby raccoon? You're gonna steal it from a baby? You'd steal the sweet tea from a baby? Come on, I know you're a pirate, but come on. Come on, you wouldn't steal from a baby. Look at him. Look at him. You're gonna steal from a baby? He's so baby. He's so chunky. You wouldn't steal from him. He's not even there. What do you mean he's right here? It's right here. Poor baby raccoon. Oh no, pirates are bullying baby raccoon. I can't believe it. What are they gonna do? Cry? I think they're actually related to all the mafias in this universe, I think. Do you guys remember The Emperor's New Groove, that movie? When like they pissed off the little raccoon, and then the little baby the squirrel was like made all the other squirrels go chase them. Oh, wasn't that gag used in Tarzan too? It was the baby monkey. And Tarzan and Jane like upset the baby monkey, and then the baby monkey sent all the baboons after them. Oh my goodness. I mean, I wouldn't steal from a baby, but if I did, the one thing you'd steal from a baby is sweet tea. The needle and the llama balloon. That's right. That was it. Thank you so much. I was mixing up that scene with the baby monkey and the baboons from Tarzan. So they kind of reused that bit in two different movies. But hey, it's a good bit. That's kind of what would happen with baby raccoon. It's bad for their knot teeth? What do you mean? He just likes having it. He's just a collector. Squeak, squeaker, squeak, squeakins. Squeak, squeaker, squeak, squeakin'. Do you guys fucking remember the Emperor, like Kronk's New Groove? That was I feel like back then they were like willing to do like any sort of crazy and wild spin-off, any weird and wild like sequel, they still had, remember all the fucking cartoons off all the shows? They had like The Emperor's New School or something. That was a spin-off off The Emperor's New Groove. They had a TV show based off Ariel, the Little Mermaid. They had like TV shows for everything, even Aladdin. They had TV shows, they had sequels, they had all this crazy stuff. And nowadays it's like, oh, well, if one franchise doesn't make us enough bajillion dollars, we'll treat it like it's dead. But if another thing makes us a bajillion dollars, then we're gonna keep giving you more and more sequels and sequels and sequels and sequels, even if you don't want them anymore. Because we need to keep selling all the dolls and the merchandise. Hercules did too, yeah. Cable used to be cool, wow. Right? I forget, there was like all these different things. Like there were so many like cool fun thing. Oh my, I even remember like Disney's never gonna do anything with it now. I think the creators are. But remember when they had like spookier stuff on Disney too? Not like spooky, but like cooler, edgier stuff. They had gargoyles. Does anyone remember gargoyles? I think the creator's trying to make like a comic or something with that now. But remember gargoyles? That was always so cool to little kid me. I was like, oh, this is the coolest shit. My babysitter a vampire? That's right. Gargoyles was dope. It was so fucking, it was amazing. For these scenes, Oliver is because of how the artist sets and models worked back then. Like Simba's summit, or even better yet, Tarzan sliding on vines and Treasure Planet's opening solar boarding. Yeah, there's sometimes they even did it as like fun little cameos too. Like in there's a little dance sequence for one of the side characters reused in the Robin Hood with the foxes, that little animated one. Some of the side characters, like, they're dancing, and it's the same dancing and models used for the cats one. Oh my god, I'm blanking right now. But the the one with the cats. Oh my god. The Aristocats, thank you. I was gonna say, I'm like, I just remember thinking of 101 Dalmatians, but it wasn't like 101 cats. What was it? It was the Aristocats. Thank you. Chip is seen in Tarzan and Rapunzel's Tangled. Oh, there's cute little cameos. Yeah. You know, the creator of Timmy Turner, Danny Phantom has his own. Oh, I thought you just knew him. Has his own YouTube page, and he talks about the ideas that he wanted to do but never did because they were always rejected. Yeah, if you're writing like a lot of stuff for shows, for television, if you're being like a scriptwriter for that, most of your ideas will not be accepted until you keep like gaining more fame and notoriety and stuff. I wish I knew it. So you have to pitch 100 ideas in order to maybe get one of them accepted. So you just had to keep churning out ideas. There's more side story? What do you mean? King killing her. Oh, just posted. Oh, okay. Got. Was the N-word? Wait, what? I don't remember that. I did it, Cryptid. My edit idea is fixing an issue. OMG, that's awesome. Congrats. That's amazing. So let's see if this is... Oh, wait. What's it doing over here? Get out. Whoa. Hold on. I gotta see if I can get it up. Hold on. I gotta get this channel, this thingamajig up. Hold on. I'm working on it. There we go. Now I'm gonna switch over my screens so I can see it. So you guys can see it. Nope, it's the window. Here we go. Let's see. I think the creator of Invincible and Walking Dead started helping on Bravo, I think. Oh, wow! Flashbang warning. I made a tweak making me a childhood friend for Barry, and now I like this so much more. That's awesome! It wasn't him, it was the creator of Fairy Godparents. And Danny did. Yeah, that's much different from like, oh yeah, a character in the show did this thing versus like a creator did this in real life. Those are two different things. Needs to turn to dust. Oh, just because it's white. It's just the white screen. You're all good. We got this. All right, this is the next part of Raccoon Channel 6 News. Are we all comfy and cozy? Let's go ahead and see. Raccoon 6 News flares to life on the at-home television. Welcome back from the break, viewers. After news from the ongoing Civil War, we turn now to local news, as a relatively new, yet familiar face has been spotted wandering around the city. A slightly grainy image of a bug-eyed raccoon, wearing a bathrobe as a hooded cloak, unkempt fur giving him a false beard. This raccoon, as the locals have named him, the recycled psychic has been spotted throughout the city, asking for trash and promising prophetic insight in exchange. Blah 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 blah. It's up a night at my judo gym. Oh my goodness! I shall represent the raccoons. You go, Mash. Thank you so much. And I have to let you know, Mash, before you run, I've started increasing my own exercise routines a bit. I've been trying to schedule 2 more exercise routines in a week. And every time I do, I'm like, I gotta get swole. I gotta get swole. Mash is gonna be so proud. I'm gonna I'm gonna get so swole and I'll be able to tell Mash, like, yeah, I'm getting tough. I'm getting buff. Alright, bye guys. See y'all in the next one. Hopefully my story will be finished by then. That's so exciting, Pepin. But yeah, Mash, have a great time at the gym. Goodbye. Yo, Danny Phantom, he was just 14. So yeah, just to let you know, we always say raccoon fully over here, because this is technically a slur. Not in like Cryptid Roots, I mean like in the real world. Like for reals, this is a slur. So just be careful not to have this too often in your works. The camera cuts to footage of that same raccoon eating paper cups vertically in front of some jackalope kids who are looking on in, a sort of enraptured fascination. That's right, with this great offering. The raccoon makes some low-effort magic hand waves with an audible burp. I foresee from the depths of the abyss. Oh, what's this? Danger. An angry force is coming for you. It seems you've overstepped your bounds. What was bug? No, I not saying raccoon fully, just doing the COON, just doing that. That is technically a slur. So just be careful that in the future. That's why we use raccoon fully over here. Since you've overstepped your bounds. Right, spooky voice. Yes, a lot of people don't know, but yeah, technically it is. Fun, not a fun fact, but that is a fact. So yeah, just be careful with it. I was just letting you know. I get it. A lot of people, when they first come in, are like, oh, that's like a funny little silly thing for Cryptid Roots world, right? And I'm like no, it's literally a thing. So it's okay. I know a lot of people don't always know it. I didn't even know it for a little while until like a few years back. So like, hey, we all just learn together. I get it. The raccoon continues, the 2 kids hugging each other as their mother approaches from behind, unseen by them. And only by repenting and listening will you escape its wrath. The 2 jackalope kids screech in brief terror as their mother grabs their shoulders from behind, before clinging to her as she tells them off about leaving her sights to talk to strangers. The raccoon laughs a hearty laugh that turns into a cough. He grabs a burger wrapper from the nearest can and inhales through the filter. Oh yeah, he shudders. But don't be too hard on them. After all, they make it through college well after the war. He declares as he walks off, looking around for more trash, his bathrobe gaining another stain. The video pauses, then zooms back out to the reporter, who straightens his tie and resumes. As you can see, he has posed only minor inconvenience, and not harm for now. But we urge citizens to be wary, as this individual has claimed the following. A white sponsored screen pops up, the glaring words appearing as he speaks. The only real future sight, an intimate relationship with the void, at least 4 things that shouldn't be misdemeanors, and has also been very insistent on specifically fresh trash from recently used items. The camera returns to our broadcaster. That's all we have for local news today, so we'll leave you with weather coming up next, as well as more news on the state of affairs during this war, as well as new tariffs before being implemented at 7. The ending music blares as ads run. There we go. That is a great new one. We got a new little character here. We have this wandering psychic raccoon who's giving weird little psychic information tidbits. I like that. What a fun little addition. Please switch check and press the short word hand for pad texting for the word. The shorthand for number pad texting for the word thought. Can I have the wait? What? I'm so confused reading that. Hold on. But otherwise, no, I love the idea of this little psychic, little roaming crazy raccoon in a stained bathrobe wandering around. That sounds so fun. Sucks that HBO has the rights to the Boondocks. Suspect for my apartment's superhero persona. Did I miss some stuff here? Oh, I'm just out of the loop here. I think I missed too much of the chat. Now I'm out of the loop. It's all good. But anyway, yeah, that is the Raccoon Channel 6 news for today. I'm excited. So we actually got a lot of different side stories today. We got a new character with the psychic raccoon wandering around. We got some more information on Webby and some insight into the lore that apparently some, and Cryptid's gonna deny this later, some of you may have not always been raccoons. In fact, some of you may even be remembering your not-so-raccoon lives from before. What is this? That's crazy. I've only ever seen you guys as raccoons. Huh. I wonder what turned you guys from humans to raccoons. I wonder where all the humans went. That's so crazy. Those two things obviously can't be correlated or related at all. Nope. That's just two random unrelated things. Nothing to do with the other. But otherwise, we are actually really productive tonight. It's not even 1 a.m. It's only like 12:30 in the morning for me. And we got, what, 3 stories done? And Raccoon Channel 6 news? You always ate garbage. The Archangel would know, but will not answer. Yeah, see, it's craziness. There's a lot of fun little lore world building happening here. Amazing Cryptid. I tried my best. I can kind of feel like, oh yeah, my voice won't. If I was to go to like 2 or 3 in the morning today, my voice wouldn't hold out for it. So I did try to like lock in. Lock in. Gotta focus. I can't believe I was so focused today, and you guys still used the focus redeem on me, and I was so focused. You traitors! How dare you do that against me? I was already focused. I didn't forget that. But otherwise... How dare you? How... How many of you are redeeming this? You're all banned. Oh my god. What the fuck? Did I find the archery book? Yes, I know how to. I did finally fucking find it at the very end of that stream. Oh my goodness. That was like the last thing I did, so at the very end of that god fucking stream I found that archery book. Oh my god. I'm keeping a list over here of who's getting banned. I'm keeping a list. I'm like Santa Claus over here, I'm checking it twice. Cryptid, how's your heavy, gravelly voice? I don't even want to find it. I probably can't test it right now because my voice isn't doing too good. But remind me next stream. And if my voice is doing better, I'll try it. And again, it's just a Wheel of Fate spin and we don't know what's gonna come out. Oh my goodness. What do you think of all the side stories? They were so fun! I really liked it. I'm liking all the world building that's being built up here. I'm liking all the new characters being introduced. Oh my goodness. The first time in weeks. Excuses! You'll all still be executed. I mean ban-hammered. Yeah, totally only banned and not executed. Totally. 100%. I'm not a tyrant. Totally not. I'm your nice, lovable cryptid. I would never do something like that. I'm trying to make an ending to Scavenger story that will make you cry. Don't make me cry. Don't do that to me, please. I'm just a small, innocent, uwu cryptid being. I'm just a blue bot. Don't do that to me. Oh my god. Oh, Chatty Manny has the knives out. Heart's over here being like my finger hovers over the ban button, waiting. So ominous. Oh, in the next chapter. Oh my goodness, that's fun. But otherwise, all my mugs and wonderful raccoons, I think that's it for tonight. I need to rest my voice. So yeah, have a good night, Foggy. Have a good night, all of you. I hope you guys are comfy and cozy. I hope you guys are so proud of all the writing stuff you've been working on and all the fun stories you've been making. But otherwise, I will see you next time. Goodbye. For any new viewers, it is streamed every other day. So I won't see you next night. I'll see you the next night after that, every other day. Do you want? You guys laugh. You guys think I can't do anything to you, but I have baby raccoon. I have baby raccoon. Do you want to see me yeet baby raccoon across the fucking planet? I'll do it. I'll do it. Don't make me do it. I can't take out my rage on you, but I can take out my rage on baby raccoon. You want baby raccoon to live. My stream be at the same time as yours. It's all good. Alright. You left me no choice. He'll only come back stronger. That's if he comes back. Maybe you guys don't believe my threats. Maybe you guys don't believe I'll actually do anything. But I'm here to tell you, I can make baby raccoon disappear whenever the fuck I want. Are you guys willing to risk it? Are you guys willing? Let's see. Let's see. Do it! Alright, baby raccoon. They want you gone. Whee! Maybe. He's already dead. He's not coming back. You guys ain't seen baby raccoon for a long time. I'm just saying. Oh my goodness. Unlimited power. This is one yippee wee ride that baby raccoon's not gonna be coming back from. This is it. With the zombie baby raccoon chronicles begin. Oh my goodness. It was nice knowing baby raccoon. And oh my guys, look at this. Guys, look at this. I have a fridge. You guys look at this. Now the baby raccoon's gone, I have a fridge. This is fantastic news. Look at my new fridge. Look at this nice abandoned fridge, all for me. This is incredible. What a nice stroke of luck. I can't believe someone left this here. Anyway, have a wonderful night, you all. I know I'm gonna have a wonderful night with my nice, amazing new fridge. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye!